Hello there, good morning and welcome to the Everest Cricket Club ground here in beautiful Guyana. Semi-finals action on today in the Georgetown Cricket Association T20 Cup 2023 Fourth Division Tournament. The first semi-final, the first ball is about to be bowled, and we're talking Demerara Cricket Club, that's the DCC, taking on Georgetown Cricket Club, GCC. The news from the toss is that DCC won, and they're having a bowl first. So Daniel Mutu will begin, and here's the first ball, and he'll be bowling to Zachary Joda. Nice start, floated up just about the line of the off stump, and he's defending into the offside field. Brilliant conditions here for cricket. Nice waft of cool wind drifting in from the expansive Atlantic Ocean, and it's good to see we're having cricket here at Everest. Delivery line just maybe going down the lakeside. In the commentary box with me, international cricket broadcaster Sean Devers. Good morning to you, Sean.
Yeah, good morning to you, Injit, and good morning to everybody if you're looking at the stream wherever you are.
Yes, and this is a nice little paddle sweep. It's going down towards the long leg boundary. Might very well get there. In fact, it just holds up a little, and they will go back and complete two. So no signal coming from the umpire. So first runs for the GCC team. They're on their way. They're two without loss.
Yeah, when the left arm spinner usually is asked to open the bowling, he normally hasn't got the ability to spin the ball really big at first because of the newness of the ball. It will usually slide. And then as the ball gets a little bit older, it will start to grip and turn. That was badly lined though, on the line just outside the leg stump.
So he's a little left arm spinner here, Mutu. Good delivery. A little bit on the flat side, but the target was good. He was targeting that middle stump. Came off a good bowling in his previous game.
Yeah, he got 4 wickets.
4 for 27.
Yeah. And usually the spinners don't want to flight the ball too much in their first over. They look to bowl dot balls, and eventually during the course of their 4 overs they will employ more variations.
Yes, certainly. So good day for cricket here. No threat of rain whatsoever. Guyana and some parts of the world experiencing the El Nino weather condition. That's when we are having a lack of rain. A little bit of rain in between, but generally the conditions are going to be very, very dry. Joshua Wade has come in now. Has some muscles there, Joshua Wade. Does he pack a punch, Sean?
Yes, he got 78 and 47 in this tournament. He's usually an all-rounder who bowls a bit of medium pace. Now he's come up to open the batting. A lot of not known players, virtually unknown players playing in this tournament at the first division level.
And just coming down the track there, looking to play in the onside field. The first over has been completed. Not a bad one at all. 3 without loss.
Yeah.
Yes, 3 without loss. Both batters trying to get their eyes in. The pitch is very bare. No grass on it. Looks like concrete. Looks to be pretty hard indeed. There might generally be some deliveries that will keep low, Sean, and you might see some bounce as well.
Yeah, but the pitch looks a bit dry, so there will be some spin later on, especially in the second game.
So over number 2 is about to begin.
Carlton Jacks will pick up the ball in from the northern end or the Atlantic Ocean end. This is now the norm, white balls and colored clothes.
And that's a good looking shot. It took a long time to get off the pitch, but he managed to pick the gap there between the cover and the backward point, and he picked up 2 good looking runs. So 2 more to the score, and this is where they have to be very careful early on. You want to get your eyes in, pick up the bounce of the pitch. That was a little bit slow.
Yes, it took a little while to come onto the bat. That's why it went forward of square instead of square in the offside. So you've got to be careful with shot selections. You've got to play a little later when the ball is on a slow pitch. And this pitch has a little bit moisture underneath, but it's very dry.
Now that's a good looking cut shot down towards third man, and they get a single. Sensible cricket, just steering it past that backward point fielder. Third man is fine. So once you get past that, there's always the possibility of a single.
Yes, well, Jakes needs to bowl the ball a little closer to the stumps in limited overs cricket, especially the shortest version. Well, there's 10-10 now, so this is not the shortest version. So you've got to bowl the ball close to the stumps to make the batsman play, because it's easily you can bowl too wide and be called a wide, and dot balls are very key in this type of cricket.
So Jax, who is operating from the Atlantic Ocean end, forced 2 deliveries relatively short. Might just be wanting to get it a little bit more to the batter.
Oh my, that's a good delivery. Joshua didn't even move across. No movement of the left foot across. Just pushed at it, and it went by to be taken by the keeper. But Joshua Wade, as we saw in the last ball, looks to use his feet. And that was good bowling there from Mutu in the last ball of the previous over. But he looks like a batsman who wants to get on with it. A very aggressive batsman.
Yes, and aggression is the nature of this version, this format of cricket, T20. That's a lifting delivery, played well. He got on top of it and opening the face at the last moment down to third man and collects a single. So good battle going on.
Yes, well played. Good ball and good fielding at the third man position. So we just saw on the monitor a ship going across, maybe going up to Berbice.
Well, that's a normal thing here at Everest. That area in the Atlantic Ocean is heavily trafficked by ships and pontoons. We see one there as well. Yes, going towards the northeastern part, and that's a picture by itself. And here, flirting with danger outside the line of the off stump there. It was short lifting, had some pace on it. Good carry to the keeper as well.
Yeah, but generally this is a good pitch. Once it dries out, well, it's sweltering heat for the last couple of days. That's why it's so dry. That's why they had to put extra water on it, because the bottom is a little moist, but the top is hard. And that will give the spinners a good opportunity when the ball gets a little bit older. That ball got big on him. Squared him up.
Yes, I think he misjudged the line of the delivery as well as the bounce, because he was looking to come outside the line of the off stump to play the shot. 2 overs gone. At the end of 2, it's 8 without loss. So over number 3 is about to be started. So they started first of all with Daniel Mutu, left arm spinner from this end. We're going to have a change. So they're just trying to ensure that they do not present the same thing continuously to the batters. So we're having a bowling change from this end. Dexter George will pick the bowling up. And both Zachary Joda and the other batter, that's Joshua Wade, they have not been in too much trouble. In fact, they've played pretty well so far. 8 without loss. Surely, in this format of the game, when you have the 6 overs restriction to start with, you want to ensure that you score as many runs as possible. Teams will be looking to get above 50 in the first 6. So good start by the bowling side. There's a drive, it's in the air, falls short of the fielder at wide third man, and they're just getting this single. So perhaps the first real aggressive intent.
Yes, the first real aggressive shot peeled off the outer part of the bat, but fell well short of the third man. We see initially a bit of outswing from the bowler. That's normal bowling from the southern end of this ground. George has a little bit of pace.
And this is high in the air. The fielder coming around from long off. Will he take the catch? He takes it and he's gone. So that's the first wicket. Joshua Wade looking for a big one. Didn't get the power. High in the air and a comfortable catch down towards long off.
Well, that's a poor shot selection from Joshua Wade. I'm looking to go over the top. There was a man deep at long off and paid the price.
Yes, and sometimes this thing can happen to you. He was looking for much more pace off the pitch there, Sean, because you saw him got under the ball and just trying to hit it back on impact, got slow off the pitch, and that's the reason why it went high in the air, and they're going to feel pretty happy, DCC. They have taken the first wicket, 9 for the loss of 1.
Yes, George striking in his first over. They opened the bowling with the left arm spin of Daniel Mutu, and then the third over took him off and replaced him with George, and struck for the DCC side. So DCC winning the toss and putting the border boys into bat. Zachary Joda is still there. Wade going. And now Martin Pestano Bell comes in. One of the senior players in the GCC side. He's been at the first division level for a little while. Back in the days, these two teams were powerhouses. When you looked at GCC with Fawad Bakas, Timur Mohammed, Peter Prasad, Paul Prasad, Chandra Paul, Hooper, Sarwan.
Yes, you're talking about the good old days there, Sean. Yes, and these two teams, they have rivaled each other for years, DCC and GCC. DCC was formed way back in 1912 as an alternative to the British-dominated GCC at the time. They too have produced some great players, Lance Gibbs, Clive Lloyd, Roy Fredericks, Maurice Fernandes, who actually captained the West Indies team when they won the first test match at Border.
1930.
Yes.
Yeah.
Were you wrong then, Sean?
No. Travis Dowling also played test cricket for DCC.
Yes.
Keith Semper played a couple of one-days in South Africa.
And this is a good delivery, right on target here by George. Not giving any width, not giving any room whatsoever.
And that was also in the good old days when Semper played. 7 Guyanese played in that team.
Yes.
In the one-day tournament in South Africa.
Yes, we can remember the glorious days of West Indies cricket. The Christiani brothers as well, Cyril and Robert, played for DCC.
Bruce Perrido.
Yes. Another good delivery, right on target there. Asking the batter, if you want, go hard at it through the onside field. But he didn't. He chose to just come around it, dropped it away into the onside, and can't get a run. DCC, they're home at Lansgibb Street. That's a residential neighborhood.
Yeah.
You play a lot of cricket on that ground, Sean.
Yeah, it was a small ground, so it didn't suit me well. But I did well against DCC because they couldn't play spin.
And this is good intent here by the bowler, George. Right on target, has been very disciplined, continue to nag away at that middle and off stump line.
And if you're a T20 fan, you would know that on Thursday night, Guyana Warriors beat St. Kitts by 65 runs. They play tomorrow at 10 a.m. against Jamaica, Talawas.
The final delivery in over number 3 coming up. Off the back foot, cannot pierce the offside field.
That's
3
very
gone.
good fielding.
It's 9 for 1.
Yeah.
%100% coconut water, 100% refreshing, 100% Guyanese. Hydrate coconut water. Simple. From Sterling Products Limited.
Yeah, we have just seen an ad there selling Guyana's coconut water to the world. Can be refreshing on a hot, sunlit day.
And certainly, most of the days now is sweltering heat.
Yes, and it's good for rehydration of the body. Water, normal water will quench your thirst, but that coconut water has some magic inside. Will surely rehydrate you very, very quicker. So 9 for the loss of 1, 3 overs gone, and I think DCC, they have done a real good job bowling. Their fielding has been well, and after winning the toss and sending the opposition in to bat, you'll consider yourself with half of the power play overs gone at 9 for 1, having done well.
And Hinkson, who spends a lot of time in the US, I think recently came back. He's ringing the changes. He's not a bowling change now from the far end. Yeah, Stephen Sankar. I remember he played for Maltinoes. He was the last under 19 player of quality. That was since 2013.
This is going to run very close towards the fine leg boundary. It has gotten there, got a little bit of a bat onto it, and this ground is lightning fast, and it went away down towards the boundary for 4. The leg spinner just straying a little bit outside the leg stump.
Yeah, well, you expect the leg spin bowler to bowl more bad balls than any other type of bowler, but if he pitches, could be confusing, befuddles the batsman most of the time, especially if he's got a good googly.
And Sean, the leg spin has actually become a lost art in Guyana. We have produced quite a few. This is a wide. It's good to see Stephen Sankar just twirling that wrist away.
Well, we see a lot of leg spinners now. Left arm, back of the arm, Chinaman, googlies. The lost art in Guyana has become the off spinner. We hardly find lots of off spinners now that really bowl quality off spin, that spin the ball.
Can we consider the left arm spinners as leg spinners? I think we can't.
Yeah, they're orthodox.
Right, they're different
spinners.
kind of bowlers. And this was in the air for a little while, down towards wide mid-on. Has to be careful here. A little bit slower through the air by Stephen Sankar, and he was deceived.
What we'll find is like Chinaman, googly left arm spinners, like there was one called Totaram Bisu, and we'll see Krishna Singh.
Bishun?
Yeah, Bishun.
Right.
And we'll see today another left arm spinner for GCC, Krishna Singh.
Yes, and we saw him at Boda a few months ago. He was very impressive. I think he played in one of those under 19 finals for Demerara Cricket Club. And some good spin here, the natural leg spinner, pitching on the line of the off stump and moving a shade out. So this will give the batter something to think about.
So 2 men close in the slip and the short cover, and he bowls down the leg side.
Yes, just straying there. When I was talking about leg spin, I was talking about the likes of Derek Kalicharan, Mahendra Nagamutu, those types of bowlers.
Well, I'd go as far as to say that Arjun Nandu was better than Nagamutu.
Really?
He didn't play as long. Nagamutu was a better batsman than him.
Well, that's quite interesting, Sean.
Yes, and he never played at the international level. He left Guyana very early. His son actually was born in Canada, Matthew Nandu. He's playing now.
So 4 overs gone. It's 17 for the loss of 1.
Say goodbye to germs with a free Sterling Super Soap automatic dispenser. That's right, get free equipment and installation of our touch-free dispenser. The perfect amount of soap every time ensures clean and germ-free hands. Refilling is quick and easy with 4 amazing fragrances: coconut, sunflower sunrise, pink blossom, and citrus zest. Call us on 265-7403.
Yeah, so good time to remind you, this is semi-final action. DCC playing against GCC in the Georgetown Cricket Association T20 Cup 2023 First Division semi-final. Another one is slated to start roughly around 2 o'clock this afternoon, and that's going to be Everest Cricket Club. The host, they're taking on the Muslim Youth Organization, and we're streaming live from the beautiful Everest Cricket Club ground, Carifesta Avenue to the North Atlantic, in fact to the South Atlantic Ocean to the north, and Camp Road, that's leading away towards the north, the southwestern part as well. 17 for 1, and this has been a good display of bowling and fielding by the DCC team.
Yes, that was a wide. So the total going up now to 18. But good disciplined bowling, very few loose deliveries. And George, the wicket taker, in his second over. You were talking about when DCC was formed, but GCC in 1858 was formed. They're the oldest cricket club in the entire Caribbean.
And this is a beautiful shot, whipped off the front legs, through backward square, and they will certainly go back and complete to good-looking shot. A touch of some elegance there from the right-handed Martin.
And when they were formed, they controlled cricket in Ghana because the cricket boards were not formed. They were the cricket board of Ghana. GCC, they were started in Parade Ground when the first class match was played, British Guiana versus Barbados, in 1865. So many might not know that the Parade Ground is also a first-class venue.
And here they'll get a single, stroked away down towards mid-off. And good running between the wicket as well. Parade Ground was once the place where slaves were actually executed.
Yes. And after that, then GCC moved to Border. There is a guy called Joseph Border. He owned the Border Sword, and he donated GFC and GCC as recreational facilities to the community. Loose shot.
Yes, that was a drive from Zachary Joda outside the line of the off stump, making a little bit height, a quicker one there from George. And just look where it touched down. A very good delivery, some away movement as well.
Well, we've seen that from the very first ball he bowled. Big away swingers.
And in those days, the Border Cricket Ground was surrounded not by fence, but by a coffee hedge.
Yeah.
Right away around.
And it was almost an island because there were canals right around the ground, including the GFC.
So that was a good-looking shot, Sean. Just delayed the shot, knowing fully well the backward point is on the 30-yard circle. And once he gets it to that area, there is always going to be a single. Joda 14 from 16.
And that's good because he waited on the ball.
Yes.
Didn't try to push at it. Knows the ball is coming on slow, just waited and just steered it into the offside.
Final delivery coming up in over number 5. And Sean, at the end of this over, you'll be joined by Ronaldo Magarel. Ronaldo still on internship at the Georgetown Public Hospital.
Ooh, that kept low and came back.
Very good delivery. So he's showing the art of moving it away and bringing it back to the right hander. 5 overs gone, 22 for the loss of 1.
It's here! Igloo Ice Cream Fruit Bars. 4 mouth-watering flavors. Mango, pineapple, pineapple, strawberry, and soursop. A beautiful combination of real fruit and igloo ice cream. Go old school with fruity popsicle, classic flavors, and refreshing goodness. Available at Igloo outlets and all your favorite shops.
Yeah, well, welcome back to the Everest ground. More changes in the bowling. Jamal Hinkson, the DCC captain. So Daniel Mutu will come now from the far end. And that ball kept a little bit low. Big swing and a miss. Went by to be taken by the keeper. So hazy sunshine, but that's just for a brief period. The sun is going to be back in all its glory in a short while. That's a good shot, but no placement. Hit it straight to the fielder. And Mr. McGarrell, I saw you with your hospital gown when you were at QC scoring.
Hi, good morning, Sean. Yes, I was in my attire. I wasn't scoring that game. Just went across to support the boys. And, well, there wasn't a scorer, so I just helped them out with some scoring.
Okay, loose bit of work there from the big burly Hinks. He's put on a lot of weight since his under 19 days at short mid-wicket. Allowed the batters to go through for a single. And that's one of the good things, they're running between the wicket. The intent is good. And they're always alert to pick up the singles. That's a good delivery. Came back. Might have been the arm ball. And tucked him up. Played it square into the offside. And the score is kept on 23 for 1.
Yeah, excellent bowling from the DCC bowlers. Keeping it very tight.
And not a
GCC
quick,
not-
flat delivery.
GCC not getting the boundaries at this point here. As you mentioned, they should be trying to rotate in the strike. Get the ones and twos in between boundaries.
Nice delivery, good line there from Mutu. Nice tidy over. At the end of it, the total is 23 for 1. So welcome back to a sunlit Everest. The power play is over, 23 for 1. Good start from the DCC side. And umpire Abina Parker, herself a former national female cricketer, signals that the power play is over. Good start, Ronaldo. 23 runs, 1 wicket, 6 overs gone.
Absolutely. DC boys will be loving this. Current run rates at the moment is just under 4. Easy single down to third man. They're looking for the second one. That's good running again.
Yeah, good pressure put on the fielder. Third man had to run across his right. And good awareness of the batters. Came back for 2, put pressure on his arm and threw it high. Good thing it was backed up by Hinkson. And they got 2. So total going up now to 25. We're in the 7th over, bowled by Jakes, who switched ends. That was very close to a wide. In fact, it's a wide. And we see the bowlers bowling from the bottom end, getting prodigious away movement.
Yeah, maybe the breeze giving
Yeah.
them a bit of help, pushing the ball across the right-hander. The breeze coming from a north-northeasterly direction.
Yeah. Good delivery there from Jakes. Didn't move as much as the previous delivery, but did just enough to beat the outside edge as Zachary Joda was pushing at it. Excellent ball. So the DCC fast bowlers have been bang on target, and of course Daniel Mutu with his left arm spin has also had extremely good control. So good start here from DCC. Got the shackles on the GCC batters. Again, that's in the block hole. Cracking sound as Leather Kissed Willow. And went into the offside as a smoke comes in from the eastern side of the ground. Someone is burning some rubbish, I think, over in the other ground. And the sun comes back in all its glory.
Open the face this time.
Yeah, open the face and played it out towards the third man position. This time the fielder on the boundary was alert and restricted the score into 1. So 27 for 1. Still DCC in firm control.
Just the one boundary being hit in this inning so far. The boys on board will be disappointed in that. Didn't capitalize on that power play.
Jakes none for 9. He is in his second over. And a good delivery again, a dot ball. This time it was played more forcefully, but straight to the fielder. Good timing, but no placement on that occasion.
Yeah, and I think now the pressure's building. Batsman going a bit hard that occasion. You might see some shots come out now.
Jakes to Bell. Bell gets a good delivery. Can't score. Just fends it in front of him. Made a couple of exploratory steps down. And the over is completed. It's 27 for 1. 7 overs completed.
%100% coconut water, 100% refreshing, 100% Guyanese. Hydrate coconut water. Simple. From Sterling Products Limited.
Well, welcome back to the Everest ground. Looks a picture, well manicured outfield. Good fast ground. Nice pitch with a little bit of bounce. And by the end of the year would be the best multi-complex facility. That's bowled him. Clean bowled. Sankar strikes as Martin Pestanobe looks for a big shot there. That's Zachary Joda looking for a big shot and played right across the ball. Let's look at it back on the replay. Yeah. Ball hitting the middle stump. Not a googly. So the leg spinners are bowling a lot of googlies. We saw Tahir in the CPL match bowl a lot of googlies. And that's Sachin Singh coming out there. Demerara Sigobin.
Yeah, that was a beautiful delivery. Here's another look at it. Nice flighted delivery. Batsman had no idea which side that one was spinning, and knocked his middle stump out of the ground. 2 down now.
So we see a left-hander coming in to bat. Sigobin.
In comes a slip. I won't be surprised if the first one's a googly straight across the left hander.
When we talk about T20 cricket, an ideal fellow for the DCC would have been Jonathan Van Lang, but he is in Trinidad. Actually, he made 91 and saves Guyana from defeat against Jamaica, helped them to a draw in their opening two-day match. First time the two-day tournament is being incorporated with the one-day in the under-17 regional tournament. Guyana playing Jamaica. That's a nice googly, as you said. That's predictable. When the left-hander comes in, it's automatic now that the leg spinner, if he can, bowl the googly. So a slip in place, and that's another googly. Again goes past the edge. But the batters now, once the ball is flighted, they don't use their feet. Once the ball spins, they look all at sea.
Absolutely. I think one reason why he's just rooted to the ground is because he doesn't know which side, which direction it's spinning. If it's coming into him, if it's going away. I think he's a bit afraid to get out of his crease.
And that's 3 consecutive googlies. All 3 beat the bat. Four.
That's the fourth one.
Yeah.
Correct.
And 4 passes the bat.
8 overs completed, 27 for 2 rather.
Yeah, well, welcome back. Another bowling change. And Kosi. And Kosi Barker.
Beaten.
Beaten. No
Barker plays for Maltinos.
Yes. No relationship to Ransford Beaton. Ransford Beaton is competing with Hetmeyer for the best hairstyle in the CPL.
I think Kimo Paul has won that.
Yeah, Kimo Paul too. Yeah, he's got, oh my dear, good delivery by Nkosi Beaton. First delivery.
Someone's whispered in the back, mystery spinners.
Yeah, DCC have got a lot of that in this generation. In the old days, they had pace, like fire, led by Lyndon Joseph. A good delivery again, spinning past the edge.
Not a beauty there.
Yeah.
And the batsmen are not picking.
The batters seem not to want to get close to the ball by using their feet. And they're not moving their left feet across. Just playing with the front foot straight in line and just sparring at the ball. How can you play a shot like that and expect to hit it when the ball is turning?
Oh, beauty.
He seems to have maybe forgotten his bat in the dugout.
So just beating the outside edge. He's getting close and close to that ball. Next one he might nick off.
Or hit the middle of the bat for 4. It hit the middle of the bat, but it didn't go for 4. It's another dot ball. So this is an excellent start from DCC. When we talk about white clothes, white balls and colored clothes, this began back in 1999. That's a lovely shot, just out of the range of the field at backward point, but good intent. That would have been a brilliant catch had he taken it down towards the sweeper coming across his left, and they just got a single, but good intent shown. It's now 29 for 2.
They're almost to the halfway stage of the innings. Just 29 on the board. Projected score, just 6-4.
Well, you can see now the new batter and Martin Pestano-Bell, they want now to step on the gas. But it's very difficult with the accuracy of the bowlers. I was saying that in 1999, that was the first time in Guyana a club tournament had colored clothes. I remember playing in that tournament, which GCC eventually won. So they won the first colored clothes tournament played in Guyana. It was a national competition, the Bank's Premium Beer. And I was playing for Bormine. And we requested blue from the sponsors. And we got plastic pants. And after the first half of the first game, we had to change into our normal reverse sweep tried. Maybe had an under edge. No, it missed it totally. And a bye signaled by the umpire. And the total going up now to 30 for 2. So those days were not as half as hot as now because of climate change and global warming. And we were sweating with the plastic pants. And the sponsor said the board didn't tell them what material, they just told them the color. Flighted delivery again by Sankar. And
At this point now, I think GCC needs to step on the gas. They need to go after the bowling. 8 wickets in the hand. Just 10 overs after this.
again, a little bit
Brilliantly
uppish,
driven
but
out.
the second boundary scored. That's backward of point, and it beats the sweeper to his left and goes into the boundary. So the boundaries are few and far between, but this is the second boundary, and it certainly seems now that Pestano-Bell wants to get on with things. He's moved into double figures. 23 balls, though, he's taken to get 10, but he looks like he wants to play more shots. Another googly coming forward. We don't have the benefit of the third eye. We've got the replay though, so we can see, but there's no third umpire to overrule the decision of the on-field umpire.
I think that one was just sliding down the leg side.
Good delivery again, cramp for room. And Pestano-Bell just cuts it into the offside. And another dot ball. So Demerara, Sigobin is yet to score. He's faced 6 balls. Martin Pestano-Bell has hit the boundary, but he's taken 25 balls for his 10. And DCC large and in charge at this point.
Absolutely.
Nice flighted delivery. And that pass, Hinkson put on a lot of weight going across his left there, and the field at the sweeper position doing the work. So the overs completed 35 for 2 after 10 overs. So half the overs have been gone, and we'll say good morning once again to Inderjeet.
Say goodbye to germs with a free Sterling Super Soap automatic dispenser. That's right, get free equipment and installation of our touch-free dispenser. The perfect amount of soap every time ensures clean and germ-free hands. Refilling is quick and easy with 4 amazing fragrances: coconut, sunflower sunrise, pink blossom, and citrus zest. Call us on 265-7403.
It's here! Igloo Ice Cream Fruit Bars. 4 mouth-watering flavors. Mango, pineapple, strawberry, and soursop. A beautiful combination of real fruit and igloo ice cream. Go old school with Flutie Popsicle. Classic flavors and refreshing goodness. Available at Igloo outlets and all your favorite shops. It's here! Igloo
100% coconut water, 100% refreshing, 100% Guyanese. Hydrate coconut water. Simple. From Sterling Products Limited.
Say goodbye to germs with a free Sterling Super Soap automatic dispenser. That's right, get free equipment and installation of our touch-free dispenser. The perfect amount of soap every time ensures clean and germ-free hands. Refilling is quick and easy with 4 amazing fragrances: coconut, sunflower sunrise, pink blossom, and citrus zest. Call us on 265-7403.
So welcome back. The halfway stage, GCC, 35 for 2. The last 10 now. They had a bit of a drinks break. I'm sure the captain, the manager would have had a talk with these 2 batsmen. They need to go after it now. So I'm joined again by my good friend, Inajit Prasad. Welcome back.
Thank you very much, Ronaldo. And the runs have dried up here. You think in T20 semi-final, 35 for the loss of 2. That's not looking good on the scoreboard. And that's in the air. The fielder comes in, dives, and then floors it. Well, he had a long time on the breeze. Maybe sent it a little bit wide of him. Maybe also took a little while to take off. But mind you, he had to run in from the deep, long off position. And in the end, got there, but just couldn't hold on. And the batter has just dodged a bullet, got it in the hands there, but upon going down, just couldn't hold on.
Good effort. This one in the air again, over that third man who's short inside the circle. They're just going to get 1 on this occasion though. So clearly there was a message.
Yes, and it had to come at some time at that water break because at halfway stage, you're struggling. You're not even yet on 40. And this is what make the risk taking in the last 10 overs. It's going to be vital. You must take some risk and take it early.
Absolutely. And they still have wickets in the bank. They have to go after it. It's a semi-final. Ball. Not a stump. Knocked back. Out the ground. And DCC still pulling it back, even with those 2 aggressive shots.
Yes, Ronaldo, and we shall certainly look at it on the replay there. I think he got deep back in the crease there, misjudged the length of the delivery badly. Look, that one was further up, went deep in the crease, and looking to cut at a ball, lined with the off stump, missed it, it cannoned into the off stump, and he has paid the penalty. Now, this is the risk we are talking about. For example, at the halfway stage, if they were about 70, let's say, for the loss of 2 or 3, well, then they could have conserved that position, for another 5 overs and then go for broke in the final 5. But when you find yourself at 34 for the loss of 2 wickets after 10, it simply means the risk taken has to be more, and then you pay the penalty.
Yep. In walks Ronaldo Ali Mohammed. We know he is a very aggressive batsman. Loves to play his shots. See him at the inter-county level. I can remember one good innings at Border he played. I think he got out for 95. Brilliant catch out in the boundary to dismiss him. Played a lot of shots in that match. Huge sixes. And GCC will be hoping for that kind of innings in the last 9.3 overs.
Yes, he has to come to the party here. He's the vice captain of the team. And certainly much is expected of him. Showed a lot of promise in his early days. And continue to be there or thereabout. But he is coming in difficult circumstances here. Beaten 1 for 5. He's in his second over. He has been penetrative and economical too.
Absolutely. Beating the outside edge on numerous occasions in his first over. The last one, beating the outside edge with that batsman. Hitting his off stump. Let's see how he bowls, if he's going to stay with the same tactic towards Ali Mohammed, or if maybe he's going to be a bit flatter, quicker, maybe surprise him with a bit of pace.
I think he's going to continue hitting that off stump, just outside the off stump line. Just hold it back a little there. Mind you, Ronaldo Ali Mohammed is a tall guy. And wait to see the approach of the batter.
In comes first slip. At this stage here, DCC can't afford to have a slip. Just 38 on the board. Oh boy, what a beauty. 2 and 2. Off stump, knocked back. And look at the celebration from the bowler.
And before you can say Ronaldo, he's walking back to the pavilion there, Ali Mohammed. He just didn't seem as though he has awoken since this morning. That was a tentative push to a delivery beautifully flighted, touched down nicely, and he just heard that dreadful sound of the willow, in fact of the ball hitting the woodwork. That's a sad dismissal.
Absolutely. We're going to have a look on the replay. First delivery, Ali Mohammed go in.
I guess as he's walking back, he's wondering, is it a dream? Did it really happen? Look at that. Beautifully bowled. That is what spinners ought to do. Tantalize your man. Make him look up. He barely, though, however, I thought looked up. He should have been more alert. He should have been stretching long forward, maybe looking for that little drive into the offside field. He was caught in no man's land.
And I want to mention, once again, beating the outside edge of the batsman, and once again hitting that off stump. So it begs the question, is he bowling off spin? Is he bowling leg spin? Because so far, he's been beating outside off.
Can he be bowling it in between? A little nag there. Not big corners, but the line is impeccable. And he did something with the ball, because that ball hit the off stump, like you rightly pointed out, on both occasions. So maybe just a little off spin.
I think it's a good use of the breeze as well. You have a nice breeze coming in from that northeasterly direction. Getting a bit of drift for the spinner. In walks Devon Lord. The leader of this GCC side. 30 for 4. I think he'll be a bit disappointed, but now he has to lead from the front and take his side up to a respectable total. Slow one there to end the 11th over. So 11 overs done, 38 for 4. Joda so far, top scoring with 18 from 24 deliveries.
Yeah, so it has been a rare struggle here for the GCC batters against DCC. The scoreboard tells the story. The runs have dried up. The wickets continue to fall. Over number 12 is about to be started. Stephen Sankar, the leg spinner. Good run in between the wickets at this time. The bowler came through Sankar, tried a little bit of a football. Not bad at all. Nice attacking feeling, but the running was good.
Yeah, quick single there. Good call from a non-striker. Devon Lord. At this point, just scratching for every single run possible. Projected score 70. Definitely won't test this DCC batting lineup.
I doubt whether, but we have seen this funny old game of cricket change from one side to the next. And sometimes when you think the scores are small, you're going to have a walkover out in the middle. These are the kind of matches that normally go right down to the wire too. But I agree with you, 70 projected score might not be enough for a very strong DCC team.
The GCC boys will be saying both sides have to bat on this track here. They found it difficult so far. If we take a closer look at that pitch there, we can see some footmarks already forming.
Yes, and this is expected because of the dry nature of the pitch. And it's going to loose up at some time or the other in those areas where the bowlers are operating from.
I think the batter now looking at his bat. Maybe he wants a replacement bat.
Well, two of them are coming out there in the middle. He's having a good choice. But again, 39 for the loss of 4 begs the question. If you couldn't get the boundaries, why not? Good use of the feet, dropping it into the gaps, picking up the singles. The scoreboard would have been looking far more progressive than what it is. Too many dot balls, especially in this version of the game.
Absolutely. I would say maybe the second shortest form of the game. Of course, with the advent of T10 as the hottest topic now around the world of cricket.
Yes, it's taken by a storm. T10 tape ball, T10 softball, T10 hardball.
And quite a number of these players on the field and even in the dressing room would have participated in the last T10 T-ball tournament.
And you're so right about that. That's the Cares T10 One Guyana tape ball competition. Boy, and that was a real good tournament. Watch the 5 semi-finals and finals, watched by decent turn-up of spectators. And on FL Sports, there were roughly 20,000 people viewing that game. Kudos to all. And they're coming through for the single misfielding here. And here is where you need to take the risk. And maybe a nice pickup on a stiff return could have had them really scampering.
Yep. Here we see the DC coach shouting some advice from the edge of the boundary, saying that even though you have a team under pressure, you can't be hanging back.
Yeah, that was a good-looking shot. He knew exactly where the single was. He didn't look to go really across the line of the delivery, just banging it away down towards wide long on and collecting the single.
And that's what they should have been doing from over or ball number 1. If it's not there to be hit, still have to try to maneuver it, try to get a single. Good work there. Quick single taken. Good call. So 12 overs completed, 43 on the board. DCC in control.
Yeah, Mutu none for 4, and Jakes also chipped in nicely with Sankar. 1 for 18 from his 4 overs. He will consider himself very successful. might have gotten a wicket or so more, but nevertheless the leg spinner gave a good account of himself.
Yeah, I think he'll be very pleased with that one wicket he took. Sure, he'll be looking back at his stream, snipping the replay, compliments of FL Sports, hitting that middle stump out of the ground. Every single bowler loves to see that. Big shot, but didn't get all of it. I was going to get a single out of long on.
I think that was calculated. He realized he was not directly to the pitch of the ball where he could have gotten under and then go over the top of long on. He played it deliberately over the wide mid-on, down towards long on and took the single. So good play in the circumstances.
Oh, slowed up there by the bowler and beating him all ends.
Ronaldo, that was beautifully disguised here by Beaton. Saw his man winding up a little bit early and just pulling the length back and bowling it real slow. That's a big shout for leg before. And not out, says the umpire. Here again, flat and very slow too, giving the batter nothing to work with. This is good bowling.
Absolutely. I think that has been the theme for today. Just slow it up and allow the pitch to do its work. Allow the ball to move. Don't give the batsman anything to work with. Another one beats the outside edge. Excellent bowling from Beaton.
Yes, and while the bowling has been good, we are not taking anything away from it. I am not particularly happy with what I'm seeing in the batting department. There is much to be improved. I think this tournament has been a good one. Some of the guys who have scored centuries, their team, has not managed to reach the semi-final stage, and that's a pity. But yet these two teams, DCC and GCC, and the stumps have been broken, but I think he's home. And here again the batter, very late in picking off for the single. 13 gone, 46 for the loss of 4.
But his century is against them teams like Agriculture.
100% coconut water, 100% refreshing, 100% Guyanese. Hydrate coconut water. Simple. From Sterling Products Limited.
Them is like Thailanders batting.
Yes, what beautiful picture there of the coconut palm. There's a pile of stone which signals construction work, and lots of construction taking place in Guyana. There's going to be that beautiful new bridge across the Demerara River. Roadways are being constructed, new buildings are going up, homes are going up, and what a beautiful sight with the expansive Atlantic Ocean to the north. Has been a little bit windy, but still hot. When you come to Everest, you expect lots of wind coming across the ground. We are feeling it, but even that has a lot of heat inside of it. Now we're seeing that the third man is being pushed way out towards the boundary. There is backward point, sweep on the boundary, extra cover, long off, long on. There's a mid-wicket. We're also having a short backward square, and we have forward square way out on the boundary area. So they're very careful with Dexter George. He resumes 1 for 6, and George is coming this time from the Atlantic end with a breeze behind of him.
George so far, excellent figures. One of the star bowlers in that T10 tournament. Didn't finish with the most wickets, but he was right up there, maybe in the top 5 or so.
Yes, and a number of these players that have played in this tournament, they played in that T10 tape ball competition, and that's catching on in Guyana because there are lots of tape ball being played.
On the money from ball number 1, back for his second spell. George, of course, joined us on commentary for a couple of matches through that tournament.
He's the guy that works with one of the radio stations?
No.
Oh. Oh, that's our friend down at the bottom. I did listen to him.
Worked into the leg side. They're looking for 2. And there we see again. Good running. And since the skipper has come to the crease, we see an increase in the tempo and increase in the intensity of the running. Calling his partner back for that second one. Partner was struggling a little bit though.
Yes, definitely. And one of our scorers here, Sean Bovell, was mentioning to me, there's a T10 tape ball going on the West Coast, that's Lenora. Yes, and that takes place tomorrow. Lots of team playing there. And I see here, Esh 11 will take on the west side. Region 3 Police versus Airport 11. All Youth Sports Club take on Phantom. No Limits versus Trendsetters.
Good short delivery.
There's also CI All Stars versus Storm Chasers, Cornelia Ida. That's your team, Sean? Yes, we wish you all the best. I don't know if he's batting, bowling, fielding, or will be scoring, but he said that's his team. How does he shape up?
I think he'll be running some water. Cool ones for his team.
So it's like 11. They take on Team Hussein Logistics.
Huge appeal. But the umpire is not interested at all. Chance to run out.
I think, Ronaldo, the height of that delivery might have played on the mind of the umpire, short of a good length, and make some height too. There's also Hyde Park Sports Club. They're coming up against Eclipse 11. And GT Titans take on the West Side Riders. So that's good to hear. There have been lots of night cricket too, both on the Quarantine Coast and in Region 5, with grounds now equipped with lights. There was a big, exciting match, attracted a large number of spectators last weekend. It was played in the night. It was an East Coast T10 tape ball team taking on the Cotton Tree Die Hard, and it was exciting. So it's catching on, and it's good for entertainment.
And this is the best season to have our cricket. Lovely sunshine, pulled away into the air and taken right in the edge of the boundary. Good work from the fielder. I don't think he needed to throw the ball back in, but good work there still.
Yes, he judged it nicely as the batter that Martin went after it. Had to drag it from way outside the line of the off stump. Didn't get the power he was looking for. And the fielder just had to move a few feet to take a very comfortable catch. And just when you thought that these two were building a partnership, they have lost the wicket. Look at this one. Outside the line of the off stump, he went after it and picked out the fielder there. Maybe a little bit more to his left or to his right. It could have gone away for a boundary. You'll consider that a soft dismissal. Could have guided it a little bit better. The ball was bent going down the leg side despite pitched outside the line of the off stump. 48 for the loss of 5 with 1 ball to go in the 14th over, and that continued to look a disaster.
Absolutely. In walks Rivaldo Phillips. Recently toured with the Guyana on a 19 team. He's back now to represent his local club, GCC. He packs a punch.
And Ronaldo, when you look at under-23 tournaments, you look at under-23 players, the expectation is that these guys should be knocking at the door of their territorial boards to make their territorial team. And on most occasions, at 23, 22, 21, you might even be knocking at the doors of West Indies to play their cricket. I'm afraid we're not seeing here. But I guess it's going to bear fruit as tournaments like these continues in Guyana. And they'll pick up a single here. And once again, you're not seeing that fluent drive down towards mid-off. A mixture of a little bit oblique with the bat there. They get the single. 49 for the loss of 5, 14 gone.
Yes, in the G10, you mentioned that under 23 tournament that's currently going on. Just want to shout out my good friend Twin Hicks, who would have scored a century earlier this week for Queen's College. Batted at number 3, scored 101 from 106 deliveries, 18 fours, beautiful innings, lovely timing from him. As a man he calls Zess.
Yeah, that's good to hear, Ronaldo. So the Guyana Cricket Board presently having that Republic Bank under 23 inter-club competition across Guyana. Some of the counties, Berbice, Essequibo, I think Berbice had semi-finals yesterday. You're having the Essequibo semi-finals being played today as well. So augurs well for cricket. And here again, the ball, in fact, he's ball down. The ball cannon into the stump, a big slug sweep, and not making any contact. And that's a 6 wicket going down here, even before they could reach 50. And mind you, this is over number 15. So the slide continues. A partnership was never, ever been able to build itself along the way. We just look at this on the replay. Beaten. Nicely floated up, missed it, maybe coming off the top of the pad a little and then going on to the stumps.
I think that one's a little too full to be sweeping.
Yes, and Sean Dev was one of our spinners here who knows how to bowl batters, and he would have bowled to people who swept him on occasions, saying that if you're going to sweep, you must sweep on length. And that is so important. Top-class batters will do that. The length, yes, they're very, very important. So that's Kamraj Daikoran coming out in the middle. And I guess the Georgetown Cricket Association, you know, under whose brand this tournament is played, will feel comfortable that they have been able to put together a tournament for their clubs, taking into consideration the Demerara Cricket Board recently signed an agreement for an inter-association tournament, a T20 tournament. And I'm so happy when I saw one of my former student, Badesh Thakur, you know, becoming the main sponsor under his business brand for that tournament. So this tournament will serve its purpose. It will enable the GCA to pick the cream of the crop to play in that inter-association tournament.
Absolutely. And we see the strides the GCA has taken to improve its cricket. Now we see live streaming now of the semi-final matches and of course the final that should be played on the 10th of September. It'd be lovely to have the other associations, you know, take a leaf out of GCA's book.
That was a good-looking drive. All along the ground, down towards the field on the cover boundary. They collected a single to bring the 50 up. It's coming in the 15th over. And at some time, despite losing 6 wickets, some boundaries must come if they're going to be competitive. Right now, the projected score is just 63.
Oh, not a slow one. Beating the batter again.
And Ronaldo, you look at that. The player prefer to play from the crease or deep in the crease rather than come down the track. Drive, there's a long off. There's a long on. There are singles there for the taking. Mind you, there is what you call a fly slip and a backward point. So even if you get it to those fielder, you might have to hurry through for a single. But if you come down the track, reach to the pitch of the ball, there's a drive to mid-off. There's a single on offer. Down towards mid-on, there's a single on offer. So, you know, it plays in the mind of the batter where they feel comfortable. But at the end of the day, runs matters.
Huge appeal there for a stumping. Not out, says the umpire. The 15th over is completed. 50 for 6. And just to add to what you were saying,
yes, 15 overs gone, and it's 50 for the loss of 6. Projected score is 6-7. How much? We're talking about 30 legal deliveries remain. How much can they get? Can they get on to 100? It will still give them a hope. Can they get between to 90 and 100? At this stage, it's just looking at 6-7. Devon Lord, the skipper, 9 from 3. Just look to his name. There might be some divine inspiration there. Jai Karan, 1 from 3.
yeah, that ends, Beaton's spell. 3 for 9 from his 4 overs. Yes, to add to your point in the last over, with the pace these bowlers are bowling, that kind of a cut shot, that guiding, you're not going to get much runs for that. Where is the ball going to go? It's not going to go to the boundary with that type of pace. So you have to make your own pace. The bowlers are allowing them or trying to make the batter force or form their own pace.
And this is a good-looking cut shot, getting on top of it and rolling the wrist nicely. But once again, even looking good, there's just a single because there's protection on the third man boundary. Just maybe gets it a little bit wider. There's a huge open expanse of territory between the cover fielder and third man, but it went straight to third man and just a single.
We saw a different approach there from the batter in the last delivery. Coming on the track a little bit. Maybe trying to throw the bowler off his length. Beautiful cut shot. But straight to that point fielder. Came up in the middle of the bat. Sped away, but straight to that man.
Yes, and once again, runs very difficult to come by. 51 for the loss of 6. The scoreboard is looking parched, just like some parts of the outfield, and that's because of the sun. Short, and this time off the back foot, finds the field again. This time they're going to challenge the arm. The return comes in, and they get 2. Good alertness, and picking up 2.
Yeah, they have to get every single run possible at this moment. It seems as though every shot, every time they get bat on ball, it goes straight to the fielder. Not hitting those boundary ropes.
Yes, and what a pleasant sight here at Everest. Every time I come to this ground, there is something new happening, something ongoing as well. And over the top of the head of the keeper and down towards the boundary, and that's gone for 4. They will need much more than that. Short delivery, he went after his man, and they'll tell you if you're going after it, go hard. Got the edge of the bat over the head of the leaping keeper and down to the boundary for 4. We're seeing a indoor facility being built there and looking absolutely splendid here at Everest. And this ground has been transformed starting prior to the West Indies under-19 tournament. That was the impetus for great things to happen here. And Mr. Mansoor Nadir, the Speaker of the National Assembly, who is the president here at Everest, is doing a fine job with this club. And they will get a cheeky single. They need to take that. They complete it. And another single with just the occasional boundaries.
So now we're coming to the end of the 16th over. Just 58 on the board.
So here's the final delivery in over number 16. Here's a drive gone down towards the fielder on the square cover boundary. And once again, just a single, picking out the fielders in the deep. 59 for the loss of 6. 16 overs gone. Beaten 3 from 9 from 4. Dexter George 2 for 9 from 3. Stephen Sankar picking up a wicket. And Jacks none for 18 from 3. Hello, Sean. 59 for the loss of 6. May I ask if you're disappointed with the score? I shouldn't ask that.
No, that's a redundant question. I'm certainly disappointed with the standard overall of local cricket, because a lot of the older players are still playing, but in America, in Trinidad, and so there's a young age group playing together with 1 or 2 older boys. And that's not good for the standard of cricket. When we played, there were older players that you could learn from. Players who played Test cricket came down back. Players who played for Guyana, playing in the first division, the second division, the ones who didn't want to go on to play. So that's the difference now.
Over number 17 start, Mutu back in the attack. Nice little left arm spinner, very decent, none for 4. He's in his 3rd over, very economical.
Yes, very economical, but that's because of a combination of good bowling and bad shot selection and placing of the shots by the batters.
Yes, going over the top there of the forward square and just picking up a single, a yes, no, very hesitant in coming back for the second. And Sean, it's very difficult. Those guys that are playing in Canada, that are playing in the United States of America, playing in Trinidad and Tobago, they're being paid for playing.
Yeah.
You know, economics come into it as well. It's a bread and butter situation too. But what it does at the same time, it gives an opportunity.
So a younger player.
Yes, come in, stamp your authority. At the end of the day, success depends on a lot of things, but most of all, it depends on you as the individual, how bad you need it.
And these young players, most of them don't want to work hard. They want success, they want results, but they don't want to go through the process of hard work. I often tell people that the only place you see success before work is in the English dictionary.
Yes, you must work hard. And even though you work hard, you must work smart.
Yep.
Because there's a huge difference between putting out all the labor. This is a big swing of the bat in the air, and they've taken 1, and that's all they're going to get. 1 more to the score. You must be able to play smart. And it was good to see lots of associations, lots of club throughout the length and breadth in Guyana. In all the 3 counties, they had their little summer camps and so on.
Yeah.
They had top coaches there, and I guess those were very successful. So there's a great restart of things that are happening. Off the back foot, punched into the offside field, and another single.
And you've also got to balance the mental aspect with the skill sets and the physical fitness. Else you wouldn't go far. And Devon Lord is one of those who has a good head on his shoulders. And when you want some information, you go to him, and he's got it. This is a good shot. Very good shot. Got under the ball and bang into the roof of the stands. And that's 6 runs.
Yes, Sean, that's a great shot. Hit over wide, long on area, bordering on mid-wicket. Picked it up beautifully. 17 gone. It's 68 for the loss of 6. Just look at this. Devon Lord, the skipper of the team, picked it up nicely right in the slot, and he didn't miss out this time. Good calculated shot, the first maximum.
Yes, and I said previously that he's one of the smarter cricketers. He might not have played even at the senior intercounty, but he's one of the smarter club cricketers. He captained the GCC second division team to, I think, 6 titles in the NBS tournament. And he's one of the more astute young well, not so young, but relatively young players. DCC missing Barnwell badly. He would have made a big difference. They're also missing Jonathan Van Lang, but he's on national duty. As I said, he made 91 yesterday for the Guyana under 17 team. They drew with the Jamaicans. In the one-day tournament, they finished 4th. Barbados won. So it would be nice if Guyana can win the first 2-day tournament.
That's the under 17.
Yeah. There's never been a 2-day tournament.
And this is over the top, falling in between the short cover and the backward point. Brings the cover in from the boundary area. And the score will move on to... Well, we can give you Dexter George figure. He's in his 4th over. 2 for 10.
And this is a 20-20 game. 2
Yes.
for 10.
And one of the things that happened too in Guyana, we must never forget, we had a long spell of rainy weather. Lots of ground, you know, wasn't possible for cricket to be played there. And even when the rain began to stop, because of the soppy nature, took some time to get them into order. This will definitely affect our players too. We all know cricket is a rhythm thing.
Yeah.
And if you're not playing regularly, you seem to be out of form. Like we've seen many of our batters here struggle to even get a single.
Lovely shot, great fielding. Good running, but that was a lovely shot. Hit hard, flat, straight, straight to the fielder, but it was hard, and he felt it very well. And
Yeah, that was a fine shot, Sean. Came off the bat sweetly. The timing was there on the ground. The only bad thing about it is that it went straight to the fielder. And I guess with the sunshine coming out, more and more grounds are being prepared. Lots of cricket to be played. We are definitely going to see some improvement. That's a wide, down the leg side. Maybe try a little bit tickle and got it low down on the bat. Got an edge. He could have gone whistling down towards fine leg.
And maybe the left-hand, right-hand combination is affecting him. Because that would have been a good delivery to the left-handed Devon Lord.
Kemrad Jaikaran is in strike. He has gotten 6 from 9. Can he get a boundary, which is badly needed now? Off the back foot. Once again, straight to third man. You know, sometimes you see batters, Sean, when they get those deliveries, they just waited on it and players late where you can get the placement.
Yeah, it could hit that true backward point straight into the boundary for 4, but he played the ball late, early, and it sliced off the face of the bat, went down towards third man. You were talking about rain and so on. There's a guy called Kevin Sinclair, who I think is very unfortunate not to be in the West Indies 2020 squad. But he practices on the basketball court, bowls whole day.
Comes back to what we said. It's how much you want it. Kevin knows. The keeper here took some pace off it. And the batter, Devon Lord, was just trying to paddle it away. Got a little bit of touch onto it and gets the single. Kevin Sinclair has his mind set on playing international cricket.
Which he's done already.
Exactly.
But he wants to get back into the team.
Continuously. Yeah. That's the reason why he's doing the smart thing. Shivnarayan Chandapal, rain or no rain, he was out on the beach.
Yeah. Rain no matter when you're on the beach.
Exactly.
Because the sea is water.
In the air and dropped it down at short mid-wicket. Should have been taken. The return comes in, misses the woodwork. And straight in the palm of the hands and out again.
In his younger days, Hinkson would have gobbled that up.
Yes, he is the skipper of the DCC team. You expect your skipper to set a high standard. But sometimes these things do happen. Yes, and you look at many of the greats who went on, made a name for themselves, become legends. Undriven. Why they didn't take the single now? This is not nice. No ball signal by the umpire.
So he wants the free hit.
Yes.
Yes, because he's the more accomplished of the two.
But you never know. I mean, you're in the 18th over. That's a no ball. Go for the single. It's another run. If
But
they end
then-
up losing by one
but
run,
then Jai Karan would have been in strike, and it's more likely he would have dealt with the free hit better.
all right, that
Having
might,
said that, we have to wait and see.
yes. No, I think that's a thought that
Yeah.
the reason why Lord did not run. He's 19 from 19. Let's see how Dexter George will respond. A free hit. That's in the air, and now he's going to take the single. So it didn't work out the way he planned, but the thinking wasn't bad. The over
And
has
he didn't take the second because of the last ball, so he wants the strike.
yeah, 7-6, 18 overs gone. Yes, we were talking about how badly you need it
Yeah.
and what you do. I recall Sachin Tendulkar. When you read books on Sachin, Sachin used to play on unprepared wickets. Well, when you say unprepared pitches,
Yeah.
Uncovered pitches. So he learned to play almost on every surface. That's one of the reasons why he will always be remembered as a superstar of the game. And so many other legends have their story to tell.
And David Warner asked Shivnarine Chandrapal, why you bat 20 minutes in the nets and bat for 5 hours on a bowling machine. Chandra said that if you don't bat for 5 hours somewhere, you can't do it in a match. And he batted 5 hours without being dismissed 3 times in his career.
Yes, and you can't blame the man. Shivnarine Chandrapal is a legend.
But I was sorry for that bowling machine. It was maybe smoking.
Thank God it had no feeling. So, over number 19 begins. Carlton Jakes. Well, that's a slow delivery. The well ball by Carlton came in very quickly, and that ball came out from the middle of the palm, and that's the reason why it was slow. And in the last minute, you could see the batsman there hanging, beautifully bowled.
Yes, and it came off the middle of the pad. And they barely got a leg by, which brings the lesser aggressive of the two batters back into strike. Jai Karan, he's on 8.
And Sean,
And most of these batters, including the much typed up Ronaldo Mohammed, are not doing what they're supposed to do at this level. Good shot, but good stop. Excellent feeling at the backward square position. And a good return too. So good cricket all round.
yes, that was good cricket all round. Some claps coming from the pavilion. Good looking shot. The intent there was to get the boundary. The fielder anticipated good on the boundary to start it off and ensure that he saved 3 runs for his team.
Yeah. Yeah, that's well bowled. Looking to back away and bowling it just outside the off stump. And very, very good delivery. Had some pace on it too.
And this is good improvisation, mixing it up, not allowing the batter to read you because you're consistently doing the same thing.
And that prevents premeditation.
Yes, of course it does.
Again, that ball gets big on him and just hitting it on maybe the splice of the bat, and it goes high into the air, caught at deep cover, and he's gone. So he's got 10. He needs to play the ball on the ground, on the gaps, through the gaps, and give Lord a strike. But at this point, you can't fault him for trying to play an aggressive shot because they badly need runs, quick runs.
I agree with you. Runs should be coming from both ends because they still have 3 wickets intact, 7 going, 79 for the loss of 7. And we were talking, Sean, how badly, you need it. There's some players, some cricketers who will sleep with their bats in their bed and who will sleep with, well, let me be careful here, the cricket balls with them in the bed as well. So much so they cherish it because they think about their future, where they want to go.
Yeah, but I don't know for sure, but I do believe that there are very few of those in this generation. This is the generations of entitlement. You think you're entitled to everything. I'm not knocking the young generation, but their work ethic is not as intense as the players or people in the past.
And talent has never been our
No,
problem.
talent
We
is-
have
we've
produced
got
an
the talent.
abundance of
If
talent.
you look at under 19, we compete very well with the rest of the world.
Yes, we do.
But it's when you get to the higher level and where your brain matter needs to be activated. That's
Yes,
the problem.
The challenge of, transitioning from one level to the next has never been smooth. Carlton Jakes comes in, and this is a calculated shot, hit over mid-on, down towards the long-on fielder, and a good return, smacking the middle stump out of the deck. Another run. It's 80 for the loss of 7. One delivery remain in over number 19. Devon Lord, as the skipper, in the circumstances, he has managed to hold the team together in the middle, 20 from 21. Wilson has just come in the middle, 1 from 1.
And his forte is his left arm spin. That's what he's mainly picked to do, bowl left arm spin.
Yes, and has come good with the bat. Not a blazing innings, but like I said, held the innings
Oh
together.
my, that's a beautiful slow delivery. He was looking for the big booming shot and then had the sense of mind to check the shot and play it back towards the bowler.
Yes, 19 gone. It's 80 for the loss of 7.
%100% coconut water, 100% refreshing, 100% Guyanese. Hydrate coconut water. Simple. From Sterling Products Limited.
Well, welcome back to not really a sunlit Everest, but the sun has gone in for a short, very short period. It'll be soon back out blazing in all its glory. And the final over to be bowled, Stephen Wilson is on 1. Devon Lord has played very well, but he's got a strike rate of less than 100. Even though that is the highest strike rate of the innings. He's 20 from 22, and he's not in strike. So let's see what the ploy would be. Sachin Singh bowls the final over, and a big drive outside the line of the off stump, and a dot ball goes into the book. So Devon Lord is still kept at the non-striker's end. Once there's not a no ball or a wide, he'll only have 3 balls to face.
That was an excellent force delivery by Sachin Singh.
This is deliberately going over the top, and there is the DCC curator saying 1 is 1.
No, Devon Lord must calculate his options here now. He must scan the fielders in which position they are. He was at the non-striker's end, watched the 2 deliveries set down by Sachin Singh. Should have prior knowledge as to what he's going to bowl. And then he will have to shape up. Now, if he's going to move down the track, or he's going to back away, give himself some room, he must do it as late as possible.
Oh my dear, Singh getting a full delivery to Lord, and playing before his time, hitting the pad, and you can't refuse singles now. Every single run is like gold.
And Sean, that was another slow delivery
Yeah.
too.
Or rather like oil and gas.
Well, we have lots of oil now.
Yeah.
Lots of gas too.
Oh my dear, that's an excellent Yorker, and came down late on it. Another dot ball. So this is an excellent over by Sachin Singh. He's such a wonderful player if he gets fit.
And you watch him going back to the top of his mark, very purposeful.
Is that run out?
Yes, he's going to be run out by a long way.
Yeah.
To the keeper, The keeper had it in the gloves. They had to go for the single. They went. And in the end, Lord is being run out. 82 now for the loss of 8. I'm afraid that, Wilson should have done better with that full toss. At least get bat onto ball. Missing a full toss at this juncture of the game is not good enough.
No, not at all. But we've seen that with the earlier batsmen. And look at this. Missing the full toss. And the keeper had the time to go as close as possible to the stumps, making sure that he hit the woodwork. And Lord, who is the set batsman with 2 balls to go, got run out. That could have been a 6. You never know.
I remember 2 nights ago when I watched Odin Smith batting with Romario Shepherd. The bargain, I think, was run even if the ball get to the keeper. Poor Odin Smith with the ball going to the keeper. Stood there, didn't understand what they planned to do. Almost the same thing here. This time he's gone via the run-out route.
And Moti is showing in his 1 match, because the first match was washed out. This is Ghana's second match on Thursday. How good of left arm spin he is.
Yes, they did tremendously well. Here they've taken 1 and they'll come back. A little bit of a misfeeling. They take 2. They're going to go back for 3. The return comes in.
That's excellent running.
Yes, a shy at the non-striker's end, and they actually got 3.
Yeah, but poor fielding by the man at the backward square. This is the last over. The Sundays are very hot, and that's the last ball, in fact. So they are all out. They're 85 for 8, which is quite a paltry total, but you never know. Because their leading scorer, Imlak, who's got 100, he's not available. I think he's overseas. So we never know.
That's 85 for the loss of 8. Demerara Cricket Club will need 86 runs in 20 overs. We're going to take a break and we'll be right back for the next innings.
%100% coconut water, 100% refreshing, 100% Guyanese. Hydrate coconut water. Simple. From Sterling Products Limited.
Say goodbye to germs with a free Sterling Super Soap automatic dispenser. That's right, get free equipment and installation of our touch-free dispenser. The perfect amount of soap every time ensures clean and germ-free hands. Refilling is quick and easy with 4 amazing fragrances: coconut, sunflower sunrise, pink blossom, and citrus zest. Call us on 265-7403.
It's here! Igloo Ice Cream Fruit Bars. 4 mouth-watering flavors. Mango, pineapple, strawberry, and soursop. A beautiful combination of real fruit and igloo ice cream. Go old school with Fluty Popsicle. Classic flavors and refreshing goodness. Available at Igloo outlets and all your favorite shops.
Together, just me and you for a moment or two, 'cause we better together. Just me and you for a moment or two, 'cause
Transform snacking moments with delicious Hershey's syrup. Dip the moment in Hershey's.
100% coconut water, 100% refreshing, 100% Guyanese. Hydrate coconut water. Simple. From Sterling Products Limited.
Say goodbye to germs with a free Sterling Super Soap automatic dispenser. That's right, get free equipment and installation of our touch-free dispenser. The perfect amount of soap every time ensures clean and germ-free hands. Refilling is quick and easy with 4 amazing fragrances: coconut, sunflower sunrise, pink blossom, and citrus zest. Call us on 265-7403.
It's here! Igloo Ice Cream Fruit Bars. 4 mouth-watering flavors: mango, pineapple, strawberry, and soursop. A beautiful combination of real fruit and igloo ice cream. Go old school with fruity popsicle. Classic flavors and refreshing goodness. Available at Igloo outlets and all your favorite shops.
Coconut water, 100% refreshing, 100% Guyanese. Hydrate coconut water. Simple. From Sterling Products Limited. "100% coconut water, 100% refreshing, 100% Guyanese. Hydrate coconut water. Simple. From Sterling Products Limited.
Say goodbye to germs with a free Sterling Super Soap automatic dispenser. That's right, get free equipment and installation of our touch-free dispenser. The perfect amount of soap every time ensures clean and germ-free hands. Refilling is quick and easy with 4 amazing fragrances: coconut, sunflower sunrise, pink blossom, and citrus zest. Call us on 265-7403.
It's here! Igloo Ice Cream Fruit Bars. 4 mouth-watering flavors: mango, pineapple, strawberry, and soursop. A beautiful combination of real fruit and igloo ice cream. Go old school with fruity popsicle. Classic flavors and refreshing goodness. Available at Igloo outlets and all your favorite shops.
Together, just me and you for a moment or two, 'cause we better together. Just me and you for a moment or two, 'cause
Transform snacking moments with delicious Hershey's syrup. Dip the moment in Hershey's.
100% coconut water, 100% refreshing, 100% Guyanese. Hydrate coconut water. Simple. From Sterling Products Limited.
Say goodbye to germs with a free Sterling Super Soap automatic dispenser. That's right, get free equipment and installation of our touch-free dispenser. The perfect amount of soap every time ensures clean and germ-free hands. Refilling is quick and easy with 4 amazing fragrances: coconut, sunflower sunrise, pink blossom, and citrus zest. Call us on 265-7403.
It's here! Igloo Ice Cream Fruit Bars. 4 mouth-watering flavors: mango, pineapple, strawberry, and soursop. A beautiful combination of real fruit and igloo ice cream. Go old school with fruity popsicle, classic flavors, and refreshing goodness. Available at Igloo outlets and all your favorite shops.
100% coconut water, 100% refreshing, 100% Guyanese. Hydrate coconut water. Simple. From Sterling Products Limited.
Say goodbye to germs with a free Sterling Super Soap automatic dispenser. That's right, get free equipment and installation of our touch-free dispenser. The perfect amount of soap every time ensures clean and germ-free hands. Refilling is quick and easy with 4 amazing fragrances: coconut, sunflower sunrise, pink blossom, and citrus zest. Call us on 265-7403.
It's here! Igloo Ice Cream Fruit Bars. 4 mouth-watering flavors: mango, pineapple, strawberry, and soursop. A beautiful combination of real fruit and igloo ice cream. Go old school with fruity popsicle, classic flavors, and refreshing goodness. Available at Igloo outlets and all your favorite shops.
Together, just me and you for a moment or two, 'cause we better together. Just me and you for a moment or two, 'cause
Transform snacking moments with delicious Hershey's syrup. Dip the moment in Hershey's.
Welcome back to the second half of the first match in the semi-final number 1, DCC versus GCC. Demerara Cricket Club need 86 to win in 20 overs. GCC restricted to 85 for 8 when their 20 overs expired, with Martin Pestano Bill 21 and Devon Law, the captain, 20. The only batsman to offer token resistance, beaten bowling spin, had the amazing figures of 3 for 9 from 4 overs. And we must remind you this is a 2020 game. So 86 set to win by DCC. And they're now making their way to the middle. Sachin Singh and Brandon Jaikaran. They opened in the under 23 game also. So good combination. Jaikaran just seems to take a little while to get the ball away. Well, Sachin Singh is he gets you or you get him. He's such a brilliant player, needs just to get fit. So the GCC team, as I said, they've won the first ever white ball coloured clothes tournament back in 1999. They banked Premium Beer when it was a national tournament. And we got our plastic pants and sweated us out. If you'd worn that clothes now, you'd have melted. Welcome, Mr. McGarrell.
Hi, thank you, John. Yes, now DCC leading this 86 runs. Run rate just over 4 and over. Should be a walk in the park, but of course...
The emphasis is on should.
Exactly. As they say, runs on the board is runs on the board.
Yes, especially since Imlak, who is their leading scorer, the leading scorer in the competition, is unavailable because he is overseas.
Yeah, but DC have 2 stars up at the top there.
Stars?
Yeah, I would call them stars. Sachin Singh, former West Indian under 15 player. Brandon Jaikaran.
Okay.
Yeah, he's been around cricket a long time. Scored a lot of runs in Barbados at the Sir Garfield Sobers tournament for Queen's College.
Yes.
Yeah, 1 million run scores in that tournament. So it'll be good to see how they go and chase on these runs here.
In that on the 23 match, he made 33, was just getting going, and then he got a ball that kept low, didn't go back nor forward, and was bowled. But let's hope from a DCC perspective that he gets a lot of runs here. Well, he don't even need a lot of runs because it's just 86 to win. First delivery outside the line of the leg stump, and that's a wide. So Joshua Wade bowling off spin. I know he bowls medium pace. Now he's bowling off spin.
Maybe trying his luck, seeing that spinners did well in that first innings.
Bowling from round the wicket. And this is a good delivery, and Sachin Singh is gone leg before. There is no third eye to overturn the umpire's decision, but there's certainly a replay.
Absolutely, we'll take a look at that now. So it looks like it just drifted in. A bit of turn. And I guess the question there is, did he get hit outside the line of that off stump?
I don't think so. And your star is gone pitching. First ball. Well, third ball. Yeah.
Early one there for GCC.
Dead in front. So Sachin Singh, who to my mind, even I said that in the under 23 match, he's played at a high level, well, relatively high level. He went to the senior trials this year and all of that. And he's supposed to be one of those in a tournament without many big names to dominate. But as I said, should is the operative word. DCC should, and I say that they should win this match also, but they will make it harder than it is, especially without Van Lang, Barnwell, and Imlach, who are the batters who are capable of scoring quickly. But you don't need to score quickly with a run rate of just over 4.
Correct. Raymond Perez now in at 3. Former West Indian 19 batter.
So Joshua Wade would say his ploy to bowl off spin worked. Almost getting to the size of a mini Cornwall. But he's thrown off a lot of weight. The last time I saw him, he was much bigger than this. He just started back playing cricket. So a slip in place. Maybe for the ball that skids on. You wouldn't expect Joshua Wade to get prodigious turn with this brand new ball, even if the ball wasn't brand new. But he'll get drift and the ball will skid. Nice Yorker length delivery. Once you bowl straight on a pitch like this, with batsmen who are not willing to use their feet, you will bowl economically. Wade. Pitched up delivery. Might have almost been a half volley. Just patted it out to extra cover. Goes down the track, taps away, and outside the line of the leg stump from this end, there's a rough patch almost. Oh my dear. That one drifted away as expected and misses the outside edge. So that rough patch will help the bowlers to the left-hander. That one certainly moved the other way.
Absolutely. Looks as though you got a bit of swing with that new ball.
Especially bowling from the bottom end, where the off-spinner gets help with the drifter. The ball naturally goes away. But if you can spin it and drift it, it will drift and then pitch and turn back.
You hear the support from the GCC boys on the field. Of course, having to defend 85 runs.
1 for 1, one delivery left in the over, and the total goes up now with a single. So at the end of over number 1 being bowled by Joshua Wade, it's 2 for 1. That's the latest score here at Everest.
Stefan Wilson now going to share the new ball. Spin from both ends.
Yeah, that's a modern day tactic. It was started back in the 1992 World Cup with New Zealand using Patel, the off-spinner, to open the bowling. And now as cricket gets more modern, evolving all the way, even with a red card now being implemented in CPL, it's becoming more and more a usual thing to see 2 spinners opening the bowling with the new ball. So Wilson, as the sun is back in all its glory, nice backdrop there. The old ammunition bunker, the sea balls, the little stands. Good delivery to start on target, and a dot goes into the scorebook first delivery. So slip still in place, and I understand he can turn the ball both ways. Lovely shot, beautiful cover drive, gloriously played, square of the wicket, and the fielder is in, and there's no sweep on the boundary, and that's the first boundary of the innings. Perez now will go to 6, and the total, well, he will go to 5, and the total will go up to 6 for 1. So a nice flowing shot there, McGarrell.
Yeah, and Perez, he loves to drive. I think early on in his innings, he tends to take some time to get his feet moving. But when he starts to step out, get that front foot to the pitch of the delivery, he always looks so elegant to that front foot drive. Yes, I'm on the back foot.
Yeah, gets away with that ball to a short. Didn't find the gap, just a couple of meters his left or his right will win 2 runs. Wilson again short, and this one is sponged backward of point, and the fielder coming across his right made a good save, but couldn't prevent the single. So 7 for 1. Perez, who looks very aggressive, has a lot of intent early in his innings. He's got on a gold-colored helmet. He's on 6 from 9. Brandon Jaikaran, the opener, is yet to score. He's yet to face. 79 needed in 110 balls.
Very gettable.
Yes, very, very gettable. But if the GCC bowlers can prize out the 2 or 3 quick wickets, it could end up in a ding-dong affair.
Jeet mentioned earlier on commentary, these low-scoring matches always go down to the wire.
Yeah. That's the famous words of B.L. Crombie. Well, you wouldn't know who's B.L. Crombie. He was a person that did the sports news, which usually took 5 minutes. He finished it in 3. That's his edged away down towards the third man boundary for 4. So contrasting boundaries in this over. Won a glorious cover drive, and now Jaikaran gets going with an edge, but all along the ground, and at the end of the over it's 10 for 1, 11 for 1. Yeah, I was telling you about B.L. Crombie. He finished the sports news, which would have lasted any other sportscaster 5 minutes in 2 minutes. And he covered everything. He used to go around on his motorcycle and cover all the first division matches. And in those days, well, not first division, cricket matches. Second division, first division, third division. Now you can't even find 2 teams to play first division and second division, 1 team on a weekend. Here is Joshua Wade, and he's gone back to medium pace from a short run.
Just 1 or 2 steps, turning his arm over. A little bit of swing.
Yeah. Now
1, 2,
he's
3.
looking to spin the ball now. Yeah. Oh, loose bit of work. That should have been a dot ball. And bad cricket by the fielder, by the batter. So they get a single, and Perez goes to 7.
I wonder what this chat is about. Notice 1 in the last over as well.
Well, these are 2 teams that like to chat. DCC and GCC.
Is that on the field or off the field?
Off the field and on the field. Especially if Vishal Singh was here. So a packed offside field, including the slip. So with a slip suggests that he will try to turn the ball to the left-hander. There's a big rough there that he can utilize.
Could be the double bluff.
Yeah. Just outside the off stump. But you've got to put the ball exactly on that spot. That's when you practice dot spot bowling. You get a cone and you bowl to the one spot over and over. That's on the line of the leg stump. Bad line. And play it into the onside. They get one. But they don't need to do anything frantic. A single is good. 104 balls still left. And they only got to get 72 runs. And it's good rotation in the strike also. The field has to be changed over. The bowler has to bowl a different line when they're right-handers and left-handers batting. But it's a good start from the, I should say, makeshift off spinner. Yeah.
Just conceding 4 so far. He's
Yeah.
come to the end of his second over.
And he's got the big wicket of the star, Sachin Singh. Good
Tight delivery.
again, yeah. So 13 for 1, 3 overs gone. Good start. Well, DCC had a better start when they were bowling. Do you think it's the quality of the bowling, the lack of quality of the pitch, or just the lack of quality of the batters? Or a combination of all three?
Maybe it's a combination of all three. I think the batters in the first innings, they lacked intent. As we mentioned countless times in our first innings, they weren't getting to the pitch to the delivery. For the flighted ones, they didn't use their feet to get out of the crease, get to that pitch. And to me, even with the drives, it wasn't that confident. It was just a tentative push at deliveries. I think a bit of all three, as you mentioned.
So if you're batting last and you saw what happened in the first innings, wouldn't you try to be a bit more aggressive? With such a low total, you could afford to lose a couple of wickets in the chase?
Absolutely. This GCC just going at just about 4 runs and over throughout that entire innings. You as a chasing side shouldn't want to, or you shouldn't aim to keep it at that rate, but rather go faster. Put the fielding team under a lot of pressure.
Krishna Singh, the off spinner, is into the attack. So the same way that Hinkson led his side, changing the bowling, the same ploy is being employed by Devon Lord with his bowlers.
I think that's try to bring in a bit of unpredictability. Can't get a single on this occasion. Don't want the batters to get settled with one type of bowler, or rather one bowler, because the same type of bowler being employed.
Every bowl, if they're the same art, they bowl different. And there's something called natural variation, where the ball, you spin it and it hits something and goes straight. And the commentators now will say, wonderful arm ball. And this time you try to spin the ball and you just overspin it.
Quick single.
Yeah,
taken.
that's good running. 14 for 1. 5 fours and 1 6 so far in a 20-20 match.
And that's both innings.
Yeah, both innings. Sun back in all its glory. Some say that it's too hot. But I rather sun than rain because I don't have to go there. That's why I don't umpire. I'm a qualified umpire, but I wouldn't go out there because the sun is too hot. When I played, the sun was a lot cooler. Good delivery. Turned back a little bit, but not enough to challenge the off stump. Good leave.
Definitely. Just have to be careful. He's looking at that bit of rough outside his off stump. You'll do well to judge the ones that he leave outside there.
Oh my. That's a good delivery. Almost spun back into the bat. And it's the end of the over. It's now 14 for 1. 4 overs gone.
Some supporters, parents, family members, from the GCC boys, DCC boys.
Yeah. I think that's Jai Karan's father.
Correct.
Yeah.
And there's also Navindra Prasad's father.
Yeah.
He's not playing today.
So good support from the DCC camp. A ground that's really, as Indrajit said, gone through a lot of improvements. They hosted 2 ICC on the 19 World Cup matches here last year. And they've really gone on to rehabilitate this venue in a big way. That's short and punched away. And they get 2 runs. They feel that that deep square cover could have done a little bit better to stop the ball, but it's just 2 runs. Lightning fast outfield. And Jai Karan has gotten 2 more. He's gone now to 8 from 9. Perez is on 7 from 15. And Perez is usually the more aggressive of the 2 batters.
That's correct. Maybe testament to, I guess, the slow nature of the pitch. To me, looking at it earlier, it didn't seem to be, or it didn't seem to gonna be a slow one. It seems to be a good pitch.
It's still a good pitch. The fast bowlers got bunks, and if you adjust and adapt, that's beaten. He looked to drive it a lot straighter than it went in the end. The ball curved into him, and he didn't cater for that inward movement. The off spinner usually spins the ball away, and luckily for him, it got the inner part of the bat and down towards the man at the square leg position. He's gone to 9 and brings the right-hander back in strike. Quicker delivery, and that should not have been a single. Loose bit of work, and Joshua Wade is not too pleased with the effort of the man at cover. Get a single. 18 for 1. The all-weather facility there will be completed, I think, in the next 3 months. It's going to have lights. It's going to have 5 pitches, 2 turf, and 3 synthetic tracks, which we call matting. And there's a racket center with a squash court and a table tennis table and a gym at the side of the pavilion there. And they're gonna renovate their restaurant. Good delivery again, brings the 5th over to an end. So at the end of 5, it's 18 for 1. Yeah, as we see again, another ship traversing the mighty Atlantic Ocean, going probably to the east, maybe to Berbice. Back in the days when there was bookers, you saw a lot of sugar boats going, carrying cargo, sugar. And even when it was Gaisuko, that's a lovely shot. Pitched up on the line of the leg stump and whipped away by Perez. As we say, good afternoon to Darwin Neblet. You've got a good name for a fast bowler. A fast bowler named Jeremy Neblet played 1 match, first class level. He got Junior Murray out. Junior Murray made 218. He said he would have bounced him out, but he did. But Junior Murray eventually made 280 and the bouncer got him out. So I hope you're not that Neblet or like that Neblet. Good afternoon to you.
Good afternoon to you, Sean. I am quite aware of the Nebula that you're speaking of. He's actually a cousin of mine,
Oh,
Jermaine.
he's your cousin. So you're
However-
from East Bank too?
I'm actually from Georgetown, born and raised, as Perez mills this one down to the long on boundary for a single. Born and raised in Georgetown, actually played cricket for DCC under 19 level, and I have one T20 at first division under the captaincy of Chris Barnwell, and it was against the Georgetown Cricket Club.
Okay. So
So this fixture bringing back fond memories to
Yeah.
me, Sean.
yeah, so the Georgetown Cricket Club know your bowling. Well, not these players. Better
Definitely,
players. yeah,
definitely.
Yeah.
I also represented one of the other clubs remaining in this competition, MYO.
Do you know that MYO once upon a time had a solid first division team with players like Khan, Mustaq Khan? You ever heard of Mustaq Khan? He was a wicket keeper.
Definitely heard of that name.
Yeah, he was a
Growing up among cricket.
He's now an old man, but he was a very good wicket keeper. Mustaq Khan, good afternoon to you, wherever you are in the world. Singh. And that's tapped away. That's poor fielding, but very good running. And they scampered through for a single. Fumbled with the ball. Maybe just looked up before he threw the ball. And that's why it fumbled. So at the end of the over, it's 24 for 1, 6 overs gone. Not a bad power play. GCC were, I think, in the same vicinity, but they lost 2 wickets, I think.
Indeed, I think the GCC players should actually be looking to tighten things in this middle period here. Having scored only 85 runs, they don't really have a lot to play with, Sean. And I think Krishna Singh is doing pretty well so far. Having only made 85, I think some might say it was a job that required some of the Avengers. And I see that they would have employed the services of Hulk. He took 1 wicket in his very first over.
Bowling
So-
off spin, I must remind you that. Yeah, 23 for 1 GCC had. So DCC are slightly better, but just by 1 run.
Definitely, not too much in it at this
Yeah.
stage. However, I must add that the DCC batsmen at the wicket right now, Brandon Jaikaran and Raymond Perez, they're looking reasonably comfortable.
Yeah. And Hulk from the Avengers.
Definitely looking to wreak some
continues to
havoc.
bowl. And that's close to a wide. It is a wide.
Umpire extends her hand, a female umpire on duty today, as we feel the breeze coming from the sea walls just a few hundred meters away from the Georgetown seawall here at the Everest Cricket Ground.
Oh dear. That ball didn't spin. It was quicker. And they comprehensively beaten outside the line of the off stump. Let's look at the replay. Didn't even move the feet across. Left his off stump exposed. And luckily for him, the ball missed it.
Yeah, bitten all ends up. Tight stuff here from Joshua Wade. He's going to have to keep it tight. Yet another dot ball.
Yeah, but that was certainly not a wide. Jai Karan gave the fans an indication that it was a wide. And the square on fans erupted.
Yeah, definitely young Brandon Jaikaran playing a bit of mind games with the umpires.
That one was certainly a wide though. And Joshua Wade does not need to do that at this point. He's bowling tight. The batters are not getting the ball away. Just bowl the ball on the stumps. Well bowled. When you got such a low total, it's really being guilty to give away extra runs for free.
Indeed, I think the GCC bowlers will be better served to be bowling wicket to wicket at this stage. Minimize any leverage or any room for the Demerara Cricket Club batsmen as this one goes down the leg side. beats the keeper. It's retrieved by the fielder at short, fine leg, and the umpire signals wide.
Well, as Inderjit was telling you, when DCC was formed, GCC was formed in 1858. As I said, they were controllers of cricket. The Berbice board actually was formed in 1939, and they ran Guyana's cricket before the Guyana board was initiated in 1943. The Demerara board was formed until 1992 when Chatram Singh became the first president. Outside the line of the off stump and leave alone. You don't often see leave alones in 2020 cricket.
Definitely not. But in chasing 85, I think
no pressure to score.
A responsible approach is not going to be frowned upon by the DCC batsman because he's got ample time.
Oh my. The next delivery was a players in cover drive with straight to the fielder. If you bowl, give me your opinion on this. If you bowl a succession of dot balls, will the batsman, if you bowl a good ball, play it with respect or look to free the shackles and hit it recklessly, just to free himself?
Well, Sean, I think it depends on the mindset of that batsman. Because if you're a bowler, let's say for the better part of the over, you would have gotten a few tight deliveries in, let's say 4 deliveries or so. Certain batsmen will definitely be looking to go after you in that final 2. Another batsman with a different mindset, he might be telling himself, there are 2 deliveries remaining, let me not get myself out, and might be a little more sedate having already faced 4 dot deliveries.
Yes, batsmen like Braffett, Shea Hope, Chandrapal of the past, recent past. I remember you're not missing any cricket because as you see the fielders are taking a break. I remember in Barbados, the CCC were playing Guyana and the ploy was to frustrate the batsmen by bowling wide. The bowlers eventually got frustrated because Shivnarayan Chandrapal batted 26 overs and left alone maybe 3/4 of those deliveries bowled to him.
Well, we all know Shivnarayan
Chandrapal. That was in a
Chandrapal.
first-class game, not a T20 nor a one-day.
His mental prowess as a batsman at the crease is definitely unmatched from anyone we've seen within this region.
Yeah.
And if you try to tempt him or tease him into playing a foul shot, well, good luck to you as a bowler.
Yeah, Larry Gomes of the West Indies team of the 80s played that role. And he actually starred in a movie, 83, an Indian movie, portraying Larry Gomes. That was before he played Test cricket. And the Indian writer said that's the closest Brandon Chandrapal, well, Tej Narayan, got to playing Test cricket. He eventually got into the Test team.
Definitely aware of his role in that movie, 1983, of course, representing India's victory over West Indies in that 1983 finals. After the West Indies would have won 2 successive finals against England in 1975 and Australia in 1979.
So technically, he's a star, a movie star. Good delivery to start. Good take 2 by the wicketkeeper. Sun has come back now in all its glory. This is steaming heat.
Yeah, 7.1 overs gone so far. DCC nicely poised here at 28 for 1. Brandon Jaikaran currently on strike. He's unbeaten on 10. And it's an edge that runs down to the 3rd man boundary. Great feeling by the fielder to save a boundary. They're going to come back for 2.
Yeah, excellent work by the 3rd man. Fielder going to his right as the ball peeled off the edge of Jaikaran's bat. He goes to 12 from 21 balls. Perez 13 from 22. So similar strike rates with the 2 batters. 56 though needed from 76, and that's the big asking rate. If they don't, not an edge, they need to get wickets. That's the only way that GCC can win this game by getting wickets.
Indeed, Sean. And here we're seeing a bit of movement on offer for the same bowlers. Once again, hit that good length area. Just about 2 consecutive deliveries, breaking the outside edge of young Brandon Jaikaran. And I reckon the bowler should be looking to once again go full and straight to Raymond Perez.
Yeah,
Definitely shouldn't be giving him too much room at this stage.
Yes, and he's a very experienced bowler. He's been around, actually played a couple of matches for Guyana at the senior level. Ronaldo Ali Mohammed, capable with the bat, but got a first ball duck, goes into the mud and limps over the head of the keeper, of the batter. And one short ball signaled by the umpire.
Well, it goes the opposite. He goes short. And I'm wondering if this is just a double bluff with the Yorker pending now.
Yeah. And there is no backward square, so if he bowls short again, the batsman can try it to pull. Maybe this will be a fuller ball. Yeah, just back over length. But excellent running again, and they get 2, putting pressure on the arm of the fielder third man. Well, this is very, very good running here by the DCC pair of Perez and Jaikaran.
Yeah, a bit of what we didn't see from the GCC batsmen when they were
Except
at the
for
crease.
Devon Lord.
With the exception of
Yeah.
Devon Lord, of course. The DCC spinners and Kosi Beaton and Steven Sankar definitely applying a lot of pressure in those middle overs. The Georgetown Cricket Club batsmen not able to get as many singles. And in my opinion, too many dot balls in that period, Sean.
To get 3 for 9 from 4 overs in a 20-20 match is ridiculous as a bowler. That means the batters are not willing to take you on. And we're talking about 20-20 cricket. Another short ball, and this time he ducks under it and brings the overturn in. At the end of the over, 8 overs gone, the total 33 for 1.
Together, just me and you for a moment or two, 'cause we better together. Just me and you for a moment or two, 'cause
Transform snacking moments with delicious Hershey's syrup. Dip the moment in Hershey's.
Back with you here at the Everest Cricket Club ground on Carifesta Avenue, where we've got the first of 2 semi-finals here today. Demerara Cricket Club in action against their arch rivals, Georgetown Cricket Club, in pursuit of 86th victory after limiting GCC to 85.
Yeah, and Wilson strikes again. Left arm spinner, almost a half volley, and just patted it towards the man at short cover. So Jaikaran goes, soft dismissal. He's gone for 13 from 22 balls, and all of a sudden another wicket falls, and it's 32 for 2 in the 9th over. And if they lose 2 more quick wickets, they're still in the game. GCC.
That's right, Sean. We're not going to take anything away from the bowler, Stefan Wilson, but indeed a bit of a soft dismissal from Brandon Jaikaran. The shot, in my opinion, was neither here nor there. He didn't seem to look to exclusively go over the field, and he might have been better served just trying to play this down.
Yeah, one of 5 first-class venues, or 4 first-class venues in the city. Well, we all know that Everest is one, Border is one. What's the other 2?
I'm going to take a guess, and I'm going to say Eve Larry.
No, I just mentioned it, where the first class match was played in 1865. parade ground. And what's the other first-class venue? And I'll give you a clue. The intercounty final before 1990 was deemed first class. Demerara played Burbies at that ground. It's close to the seawall.
Is it GDF?
Yes, you're
Okay.
right. But you don't have any prize. I don't give away prizes for right answers. So Wilson is in. And this one is punched into the offside. They look for a second, but just explore the possibility and abort the idea as quickly as it went into their minds. And the total goes up now to 34 for 2. And Corsi Beaton, who did a fantastic job with the ball, he's on 1 from 1 with the bat. And Perez is on 25. He faces and gets a good delivery. That one skidding in onto him. And when you're playing on these low pitches for spinners, you've got to play more on the front foot.
Most definitely. A lot of the wickets in Georgetown, front foot wickets, or so to speak. As we see Perez getting another single, he's into the cover area.
And as soon as the target gets below 50, it's a psychological advantage for the batting side. That's a bad line from the left arm spinner. Outside the line of the leg stump and just turned away for 2.
Doesn't
So-
really have too much protection behind square on the onside, Sean.
No. There's just the short backward square for the 5. There's the deep mid wicket. There's a normal mid wicket, and there's the long on. That's a good delivery. Bunks maybe hit the splice of the bat from the sound of it, brings the over to an end. So 9 overs gone, 37 for 2.
100% coconut water, 100% refreshing, 100% Guyanese. Hydrate coconut water. Simple. From Sterling Products Limited.
A call for energy by the GCC wicketkeeper.
Well, they can take my favorite beverage, Lucozade.
It's definitely going to require a lot of energy for them to restrict this very good DCC batting lineup to 84 runs
They got to get wickets.
or less.
Wickets are the key. Mohammed gets one to come back. It kept a bit low. And they got a single. So the equation now is 49 to get. They've got 8 wickets in hand. 48 in fact from 65 balls. 8 wickets in hand. As another ship and a boat going across the mighty Atlantic.
Definitely vessels of varying sizes.
Yes, and there are 2 ships and a small boat. I think that's a fishing boat, a small fishing boat in the middle there.
Guyana, we know, on the South American mainland.
Oh my dear, that's a beautiful bouncer. And we've seen in the first innings when the fast bowler bends their back, they got the ball to bounce. And that's a perfect bouncer there from Ronaldo. And he is one that likes to give a lot of chat.
And Young Beaton not quite able to take evasive action from that one. Lucky not to get a top edge. That would have ballooned to the keeper or any other fielder.
Lucky not to get knocked in his helmet and got a concussion. This is pitched up. And again, not played convincingly. Was looking to hit it a lot squarer. And in the end, it peeled off the outside edge. But fortunately for him, all along the ground to third man. And he goes now to 18 from 29 balls. So GCC is making it hard as possible for them to win this match. I think they will eventually win, but it's going to be a difficult situation for them to win easily. Another single.
Yeah, Sean, they've got some fight about them. You know, I'm pretty sure they would have been disappointed after the first half of this encounter, only scoring 85 runs. Nonetheless, they've come out. They've done well from ball one, the very first over, capturing a wicket. And even with a bit of consolidation from the DCC batsmen, we still see Georgetown Cricket Club looking to be as aggressive as possible here.
Easy single. But their fielding has not really supported the bowlers the way it should at this level.
Most definitely.
So one delivery left in the 10th over. And Nkosi beaten. He's on 5. He's in strike. Perez at the non-striker's end. He's on 19 from 30 balls. And another bouncer there from Ronaldo. Has a lot of words to say to Beaton. Beaton answers him back. I don't know if it was the Sarwan McGraw story, but anyway, that's the end of the over. The water cart has come onto the field. That's half the innings finished in terms of overs, and at the end of 10, DCC on 42 for 2.
A bit of a break for hydration's sake. Players will take the opportunity to regroup.
It's here! Igloo Ice Cream Fruit Bars. 4 mouth-watering flavors. Mango, pineapple, strawberry, and soursop. A beautiful combination of real fruit and igloo ice cream. Go old school with Flutie Popsicle. Classic flavors and refreshing goodness. Available at Igloo outlets and all your favorite shops.
%100% coconut water, 100% refreshing, 100% Guyanese. Hydrate coconut water. Simple. From Sterling Products Limited.
Say goodbye to germs with a free Sterling Super Soap automatic dispenser. That's right, get free equipment and installation of our touch-free dispenser. The perfect amount of soap every time ensures clean and germ-free hands. Refilling is quick and easy with 4 amazing fragrances: coconut, sunflower sunrise, pink blossom, and citrus zest. Call us on 265-7403.
It's here! Igloo Ice Cream Fruit Bars. 4 mouth-watering flavors. Mango, pineapple, strawberry, and soursop. A beautiful combination of real fruit and igloo ice cream. Go old school with Flutie Popsicle. Classic flavors and refreshing goodness. Available at Igloo outlets and all your favorite shops.
Together, just me and you for a moment or two, 'cause we better together. Just me and you for a moment or two, 'cause
Transform snacking moments with delicious Hershey's syrup. Dip the moment in Hershey's.
We are back with you here at the Everest Cricket Club ground for the first of two semi-finals here today, GCA First Division T20 competition. And it really has been a great day for cricket so far. Demerara Cricket Club currently batting in pursuit of 86. They've reached 42 for 2 off of 10 overs so far, and nicely poised to secure victory and advance to the finals of this competition. Of course, a lot of the young players in this DCC lineup looking to make the most of their opportunity in the absence of a few of the senior names, the likes of Chris Barnwell, Trevor Griffith, applying their trades overseas, even Tevin Imlach and Ashmit Ned. Regular DCC players missing from this lineup. So it's going to call for the likes of Nkosi, Beaton and company to put up their hands and stake a claim for themselves in the future as it relates to representing the club. And it's always a good opportunity when you can get the opportunity to represent the club and do well. So we look forward to see the resumption of this game. And I'm joined by Mr. Inderjeet Prasad. Good afternoon to you.
Hello to you, Neblet. And at the halfway stage, 42 for the loss of 2. The other team, that was GCC, when they batted, they were just 37 runs and half the wicket back in the pavilion. So despite it's 42, which by no means a huge total at the halfway stage, they're definitely in terms of runs and wickets in front. So Demerara Cricket Club, they have laid the foundation, not chasing down a huge total, so they didn't want to take a lot of risk. Play every ball on its merit, collect your singles. When the boundary balls come along, you get your boundaries. I think they're well on target here, challenging for victory this afternoon.
Indeed, I think they're doing what is expected of them so far with a required run rate of just 4.4. Just requires a disciplined, level-headed performance from the DCC batsmen to take them across the line.
Yes, and you're looking at the way that Perez has built his innings so far, 30 balls, he has gotten 19, but yet again, the score that they're chasing down, that 86, is not huge, so it gives them an opportunity to build their innings.
Most definitely, Perez is now 20 off of 31, must be placed into context. Given the situation here today, I'd say it's exactly what the doctor ordered.
Yes, no risk whatsoever. You can go there for 86 at a canter once you do not lose too many wickets. They have just lost the 2 wickets, so they're spot on.
Well bowled by captain Devon Lord. Dot ball. Beats the batsman outside the off stump as he attempts to play an aggressive stroke.
So we have seen how this pitch is played. If you want to slow it up, it offers you that opportunity for some grip and some turn. Like that one there. There's an appeal, and the umpire stands still, not out. We shall certainly look and see what happened there. Was he moving across the lane? We watch. Devon
He might
Lord.
have just been hitting him outside of the line of off stump.
Well, that was very, very close indeed. Wow. He survives. And to back up the previous delivery, this was slower through the air, well bowled. I mean, I'm not the umpire. The umpire, the boss is. But that one was pretty close. Looks dead on from our vantage position. And what he did there, Devon Lord, was to draw his man out. Beaten, loud shout for LBW. The next delivery right on target. The other one slow through the air again. And he was ruffled there because he beaten all ends up.
Well bowled. Great stuff here from Devon Lord.
Now 11 overs gone. The score is 43 for the loss of 2.
Yeah, and I reckon that LBW shout, it might have just hit the back leg, a bit outside the line of the off stump.
Well,
I think that I don't want to harp on it, but I feel it was a harsh decision by the umpire not to give that one out. That ball would have cannoned into the middle and off stump. Was a good delivery, like you said, was taken just around the knee roll on the back foot. He didn't move long forward there, and he survived. Well, one hopes that, he makes full use of an opportunity. 43 for the loss of 2, 11 overs gone. They need 43 runs from 54 balls. So once the balls are more than runs and just 2 wickets back, you feel that DCC, they're with a good chance. But you add another 2 overs like that one, and you can begin to feel a little bit of pressure.
Most definitely, as the run rate continues to climb with every dot ball, is going to be added pressure on the DCC batsmen, despite being in pursuit of a low total here at the Everest Cricket Club. And we've got a few of the DCC executives here in attendance. Would have seen Mr. Roger Harper. Of course, we know former West Indies player and West Indies coach. Also seen the likes of Mr. Lawrence Smith, another executive member of the Demerara Cricket Club, in attendance here today.
Yes, and I guess it's semi-final action, so you expect to see the senior members of the various clubs and associations coming out to view this game. Very, very important. Would have taken sponsorship, would have taken hard work to organize this tournament. And after this, we'll be having the final. Nicely worked down towards long on. Good innings here by Perez. He's holding the fort together.
Really does look well settled here, young Raymond Perez. Of course, a talent that has already been displayed as high as the West Indies level in the juniors.
Now that was an excellent delivery. Floated up nicely right into the block hole. Had the right-handed beaten, looking for the expansive offside drive, but couldn't beat the fielder there. So a few more dot deliveries. What it does, it will ask the batters to change their course of thinking. Maybe improvise, maybe look for the big shots, and therein you can create some problems. Like this one, looking for a big shot, drags it away down towards the short backward square, and only gets a single.
Most definitely. I'm liking what I'm seeing here from young Stephon Wilson. Doesn't seem to be fazed by the occasion of a big semi-final. Doesn't seem to be fazed by the fact that his batsmen did not give him a lot of runs to play with.
And that's the kind of length you want to bowl on this surface here. You have the batter in 2 minds, whether to come down, whether to get deep in the crease, and in that occasion he just stabs it away, Perez. And that's brilliant feeling down at backward point, ensuring that a single was saved. So once the bowling is good and it can be backed up in the field, you can create a little bit of pressure. Now you look at that one, Neblet. He couldn't be scoring through the offside field. So what he did was to change the angle of the bat, close the face earlier, and there was an air of danger. He missed it with the cannon into the pad. Fortunate to get the single as the over comes to an end. 46.
And that's what the pressure is going to do to you, Indar. It's going to force you to play shots not necessarily in keeping with the ball as it relates to playing it on its merit. You're going to have to try something different when the bowler sticks to his disciplines very well and he gets that support from the fielders.
Yes, and listen, give credit to the GCC team. Many teams would have just hung their shoulders, come out, go through the motion after scoring just 85. Not GCC. They're making a battle of this.
Well, it's never easy between these two teams. They're going to fight to the end each and every time they face each other. One of the big grudge matches, if ever I've seen one, whenever DCC faces GCC.
Now that was a good shot by Perez. Just stepping onto the back foot and finding the gap between the cover and the extra cover, getting a single and rotating the strike. That's the second run that has been scored off Devon Lord. He's in his second over. He has sent down 8 deliveries so far. So the captain setting high standard with the ball in the hand.
Leading from the front here, Devon Lord. He did pretty well with the bat. And now, just trying to be as disciplined as possible here with the ball. He's bowling now to Nkosi Beaton. Drives him down towards mid-on. Single taken.
Yes, and there again, Neblet, you've seen that the batter is finding it difficult to time the ball. You know, not the nice sound of leather hitting willow to the ears there. It was the sound that tells you the timing was off. And that's because pace has been taken away and the length has been good by Devon Lord.
A lot of variations in terms of pace from the GCC bowlers here today.
Now that's a great shot down the track on Perez and blasted over the top of mid-on, down towards the wide long off boundary rather for 4 runs. Great shot. And look at those there supporting it. Knew that that was a fine shot at a very crucial stage in the game. Well executed.
Yeah, a shot of a man in good touch, well set. Advancing down the track to get to the pitch of that delivery. Yet another crisp stroke off the bat of Raymond Perez.
And give some credit to the bowler there, Devon Lord. Smacked for a boundary, floated it again nicely, saying, go for me again with the long off there. This time Perez circumspect too, just driving away for a single.
Yeah, well, if you got to back yourself at this level, Indar. And that's exactly what Devon Lord is doing. Confident in his ability as a bowler.
53 runs on the board, 13 overs gone.
Say goodbye to germs with a free Sterling Super Soap automatic dispenser. That's right, get free equipment and installation of our touch-free dispenser. The perfect amount of soap every time ensures clean and germ-free hands. Refilling is quick and easy with 4 amazing fragrances: coconut, sunflower sunrise, pink blossom, and citrus zest. Call us on 265-7403.
Just to remind you that this is semi-final action in the Georgetown Cricket Association T20 Cup 2023 First Division Cricket. Demerara Cricket Club, they are taking on the GCC. Demerara Cricket Club looking for 86 for victory. They're 53 for the loss of 2 at the start of over number 14. Wilson. Here's a drive through extra cover out towards the boundary. It's not going to get there. Very pleasant shot by Raymond Perez, and they'll come back and complete 2.
Raymond Perez now moving into the 30s. Solid looking batsman. He's a natural stroke player, but today a mixture of disciplined batting, some nice stroke play, and some good running between the wickets from young Perez.
Nicely worked away. Good wrist shot there. Just came forward, turned the wrist nicely, and gets it away down towards mid-wicket and picked up a single, realizing the offside is well packed. A fine third man, backward point, covering the boundary, covering extra cover. So he chose his opportunity to get a single in the onside. That's nicely played this time too by Beaton, picking up a single. Never easy to bisect this field on the offside for a run. He did it well.
Definitely young Stefan Wilson trying to dictate the area in which the batsman plays by packing his offside field. If you want to score, you're going to have to go leg side at least a high percentage of the time if you're looking to get a boundary.
Just outfox outside the line of the off stump there. And this time he missed it, Raymond Perez. No need for that kind of shot at this stage of the game. You have this victory in sight, just 2 wickets gone. Play decent cricket.
Yeah, no need to get frustrated as a batsman. You've still got a lot of time. You've got a lot of batting to come. As a side, the skipper Jamal Hinkson still in the dugout.
And the partnership between these two so far, 24 from 34, not bad at all. In fact, it's good. Looking for the expansive cut through backward point. Missed it, goes through to the keeper. 14 overs gone. DCC, they're 57 for 2.
And this is where we've seen these limited over games take a turn.
Yes, certainly. And it has to do with the strategy. How do you approach the middle overs? There's the 6 overs power play. Many teams, like I said earlier, will feel satisfied if they reach about 60, 70 for the loss of 2 wickets. Sometimes it does not work for you. The score is much more less. But how you approach the middle overs, can tell what you will end with. You don't want to leave too much to be done when you come to the last 5 overs, or what they call the back end of the innings. But when you know your target, it gives you an opportunity, to plan for the middle overs.
Indeed, and internationally we've seen the likes of Babar Azam, Sikandar Azhar, even Shimron Hetmyer to some extent play excellently during these middle overs as it relates to rotating the strike and not consuming too many dot balls.
This is powerfully blasted away, but the long on comes around towards the left and prevents the boundary. They just get the single. Well, what you find in different T20 leagues around the world, many players depend on which team they play for and in which league. They are used in different positions. Hetmyer might be used as the finisher in IPL. On another day in another league, he bats in the middle. A big swing and a miss here. So they're versatile players. They can play almost under any circumstances. I still like to see, though, Shimron Hetmyer in the present Republic Bank Caribbean Premier League gets an opportunity to build an innings, bat earlier on, and he can bat deep down way into the 20 overs.
Yeah, and just as we were talking about the field placing having an influence on the stroke play of the batsman, we see a ball, 2 deliveries before this one, pitched outside the off stump. Perez looking to go onside and missing.
Yes, he has showed this inclination. Brilliantly knocked down, nicely fielded there at short extra cover. And that one had some power in it, despite there's protection on the boundary. That's Wade. Did a good job down at short extra cover.
Yeah, Joshua Wade, a big lad, doing very well to get down there.
Coming across the stump, wrapped on the pad, given out leg before. Well, his eyes open up. He saw the vacant leg side field, the packed off side field, and looking to be too cute, too cheeky, and lost his wicket, and he was batting so excellently. No need for that. Congratulations to the Georgetown Cricket Club. They have gotten their man, 58 for the loss of 3.
And we saw it coming in, Dara. We definitely saw it coming. Having forced the batsman to play against the natural line of the ball, packing that offside field, giving him the opportunities on the leg side. There we see Perez looking to sweep. The ball hitting him just on the line of that off stump. I reckon that would have careened into middle and leg.
And that's a good decision by the umpire. Absolutely sound one too. Poor shot selection by Raymond Perez. Sometimes these things do happen. 28 runs required from 31 balls. It's not like you're looking to score 8, 9 and over.
And out comes the skipper, Jamal Hinkson. He's been around cricket in Georgetown for a very long time. He's actually a cousin of mine as well.
Oh, cricket runs in the blood.
Most definitely. My dad, Derek Neblett, is also a member of the Demerara Cricket Club. So, again, I did represent DCC for a short time on the 19 levels, playing with the likes of Trevon Griffith and Denver Greaves.
I hope I do not misjudge you. I'm looking at your height. Fast bowler as well?
Gentle off breaks.
Gentle off breaks.
But good enough to take 6 for 11 in a T20 second division level against Skyneck. It happened at DCC, and it was in the Higher Cup T20 tournament a few years back.
How strong was the Skyneck team then?
Well, one of my victims was a butts.
The senior butts?
If that means anything. No, not the senior most Clyde, but one of his sons definitely was one of my victims in my 6 and in my hat trick.
Oh, you got a hat-trick as well. That's nice to hear. Maybe you'll just let out a little bit of secret. Are you still playing the game or have you stopped?
Not really very much active. Never really had the opportunity to pursue cricket.
15 overs gone. It's 58 for the loss of 3. Yes, Nebo?
Yeah, I never really had the opportunity to pursue cricket as much as I would like. I used to be an athlete back in the day, a 400-meter sprinter, and my dad, he kind of encouraged me to pursue athletics as against cricket because of a multiplicity of reasons. But yeah, every opportunity I got, definitely try to put my best foot forward, and on a few occasions to show that, you know, I definitely have the cricket in my blood, definitely have some sort of cricketing talent. My good friend Kenroy Joseph, who is a member of the MYO, who will see in the second semi-finals, he was reminding me of one of the second division matches whereby I was unbeaten overnight and I returned the next day with a stiff neck.
Ah. Now you've played the game and now you're actually talking the game as well. So that shows some gradual, nice development too. The first time you did commentaries was?
Well, the first time I actually did cricket commentary, it was with the FL Sport team, and it was at the Cares 1 Guyana T10 Blast finals recently concluded at the Guyana National Stadium, Providence.
So you were a virgin until you joined FL Sports?
What can I say? The likes of Naeem Chan, young Ronaldo Magarel, they definitely gave me a pleasing initiation into the world of commentary.
Yes, I listened to you guys down there. And that's good. Follow your dreams. You know, so often we have an urge, we give it a little blast, and then we fade away when things do not work. But I believe once you persevere and persevere relentlessly, do the little things right. You know, and as you climb the ladder, remember, humility is always the passport to success and nothing else.
Most definitely.
58 for the loss of 3. 26 required, in fact 28 required from 30. They get one, will they challenge the arm of the fielder, decide against it, the return comes in mid-pitch, they get the single. Just want to remind you that Demerara Cricket Club won the toss. They fielded first. GCC made 85, so their target is 86, 27 from 29. We have another semi-finals coming up. The host team. And ball down! Well, he went deep in the crease and looking to swing one out of this place. Missed it all. And the ball cannon into the stumps.
Oh my, the skipper goes for a golden duck. Jamal Hinkson looking to hit that one over the mid-wicket area. Missing completely. Not sure exactly how many cricket matches he would have played within recent times. Not taking any time to get settled, looking to go aggressive from ball 1 and succumbing.
Yes, and when you look at that equation, it's almost getting at 6 runs and over. 27 from 28, much more closer than we expect. And that ball from Krishna Singh, that was the biggest turner I've seen for this entire match. Pitched wide outside the line of the off stump and turned back viciously. And maybe he saw the turn but miscalculated the height of the ball. And he's a goner.
Brilliantly bowled by Krishna Singh.
And you know what, Nebo? A few more dot balls could actually lose the cat amongst the pigeon. Because once there's a little bit of nervousness that steps in, you know, anything could happen. Orlando comes out into the middle to join Beaton.
That's right, and less than 2 overs ago, we had a required run rate of 4.4. And now, the run rate required is getting a lot closer to 6, currently at 5.79.
Orlando Giddens, the new batter.
We're going to have a look at that replay of the dismissal of the DCC's captain.
Look at the turn of that delivery. It was vicious. Way outside the line of the off stump. Was a little bit on the quick side too and darted back into the right-hander. That's another good delivery. So he's getting good purchase, Krishna Singh, from this pitch. And as the pitch wears, becomes a little bit more dusty, the spinners comes into great reckoning.
GCC managed to bring this equation up to a runner ball. Orlando Giddings getting a single.
And this is what you call the never say die attitude. Beaton comes in strike. He's been there for a while. Faced 18 deliveries for his 10 so far. And Beaton outside the line of the off stump. Bounce and turn this time. He was looking to guide it, a little chop shot down towards third man. Didn't get bat onto it. They need 26 from 25. So for the first time, balls have been less than runs. Back over the head of the bowler. Will it run close to the boundary? It does. But they'll come back and complete two. And that's a brave looking shot. And if you want to hit a safe shot, that's the place to hit it.
And excellent running. They managed to get 2 from that stroke. Down the ground from Nkosi Beaton. 16 overs completed. DCC on 62 for 4 in pursuit of 86 runs for victory. A few overs ago, they were sitting pretty when young Jai Karan was at the crease, as well as young Raymond Perez.
And Nebo, you look at that, 24 runs to get from 24 balls. Here we're talking about 6 runs and over. That's the reason why the GCC players out in the middle, they're gathered there, having a little conference, discussion. How are we going to bowl? Which bowlers are we going to use? And I guess there's an appeal too. Let us ensure our fielding is spick and span. No let off, no drop catch. Feel the ball, get the return in as quick as possible. They realize this is close.
That's right. I can only imagine that the skipper, Devon Lord, he's employing to his troops that we've got ourselves back into this game. So let's give ourselves the maximum chance now by supporting each other well. Let's do the basics correctly. No extras, no misfields. And let's try to take this game down to the wire.
Yes, and there are 3 men in the onside field. Mid-wicket out on the boundary. There's a short, straight mid-wicket, and there's also a long on. So a little bit of a tickle in the onside, backward of square, and maybe down towards fine leg. But that depends on the line that Lord is bowling. We recall him getting Perez's leg before. One on middle stump. Back over the head of the bowler. Good looking drive. Will it pierce the long off and the long on? It can't. They get a single. So good start to the over. And here we're seeing that Orlando Gittins is looking to strike it back over the head of the bowler. Not a bad ploy at all.
Young Gittings coming out with aggressive intent, but playing straight, which you love to see from a batsman, especially in the genesis of his innings in the early stages.
Yes, will Orlando Gittins go for cow corner, or will he look for the single? A drive in the air, down towards the middle of the return comes in. The bails have been taken off, but that's Gittins. He's back there. So a dot, and that's going to hurt. 23 from 22.
Pressure mounting with every dot ball here. Young Giddings doing well to get back to his crease.
Lord, he's in his final over. Down the track, this is blasted. And down towards extra cover on the boundary. Just a single. But nevertheless, he gets off strike and gets a run too. 22 runs required from 21 balls.
Well, and Nkosi Beaton as the batsman that's set. I reckon he's going to have to tell himself that he is going to have to be there till the end to see DCC home. They just lost their skipper.
A boundary here could change things up. Big swing and a miss. And they will go through for a bye definitely. I think that the fielder there, that fine third man, should have been darting in. I mean, that was not the keeper's role to run back. He should have been running forward to prevent a single. That's not good fielding.
Indeed, a bit on his heels at this stage of the match. Definitely should be looking to be approaching the ball a lot more than he was there.
Yeah, should have been on the toes. You called it right. And another single here down towards extra cover. So they're peeling off the singles here. One more to the score. What's the equation now? The partnership was worth 9. 20 runs to get from 19 balls.
Still looking in favor of the batting side.
Yes, of course, especially with 6 wickets standing. Cut shot outside the line of the off stump. End the over well, Lord. End his spell to 1 for 12 from 4 overs. 17 gone, 6 for the loss of 4.
Back with you here at the Everest Cricket Club ground. Semi-finals action between DCC and GCC here in the GCA First Division T20 competition. Just saw captain of the GCC, Davon Lord, completing his spell of 4 overs. An excellent bowling display from him. 1 wicket for just 12 runs. And the important wicket of young Raymond Perez.
Yes, and Neville, the gut feeling here is that we are not going to have a barrage of boundaries. What we're going to have, batters looking for singles and looking to turn those singles into 2s. And this is what makes this match very, very interesting. Despite being a low score, you can feel the tension out in the middle there. So Ronaldo Ali Mohammed will continue so far, none for 10 from 2, and he'll be bowling to the right-handed beaten. That's a good delivery, smart running between here. Now, this is what you call awareness. The field at extra cover was out very close to the 30-yard circle. So once it's dropped in front of him with soft hands, there's always a single. Well played, beaten, 19 from 17.
Yeah, there we see the bowler Ronaldo Ali Mohammed in conversation with Joshua Wade. Ali Mohammed is definitely going to have to call upon all of his experience if he's going to produce a match-winning performance here for the GCC boys at the back end of this semi-finals number 1.
Yeah, so the single that they collected just now has forced the change of field. We saw that the cover has gone to short extra cover, so it opens a gap there now for us. That's a short lifting delivery, and it's gone way above the head of the batter. And umpire Patrick Edwards is signaled. That's 1 over the shoulder. It's a dot ball. So it makes it even more interesting now. 19 from 16.
A couple of words from the DCC dugout suggesting that that might have been a wide, nonetheless a dot ball.
And this is high in the air. Ronaldo Ali Mohammed said leaves it, takes the catch, and Gittin goes. He's gone for 2 from 7 deliveries, 6-7 for the loss of 5. 19 runs to get from 15 balls. It's getting a little bit difficult now for the Demerara Cricket Club.
Well, Ronaldo Ali Mohammed, come at the hour, come at the man. A wicket. And young Orlando Giddings, he's got to go. Looking to be aggressive, once again looking to go down the ground.
Now, but the first delivery that he faced, while it was a short delivery, charge him down the track. Maybe that's the reason why the umpire was influenced to say, no, I'm not going to call it an illegal delivery. The very next delivery was pitched up a little bit more, and he got under it. Didn't get the power, couldn't get the power from that stance. High in the air, the catch taken. 19 from 15. Where's your money?
In my pocket.
You're sure there's a pocket there? Well, I guess in the
I'm still
dressing...
leaning towards the batting side, not because of any sentimental reasons.
No, the equation there with 5 wickets in hand, nobody could blame, anybody for saying that DCC still with a great opportunity of winning this game. But we haven't seen a lot of boundaries today, which means that if they're going to win this by scoring 1s and 2s. And that has not been coming frequently, unless somebody with some power hitting change the whole equation with a maximum or gets a boundary. But it's getting far closer than we expected.
And as we see Steven Sankar, the new batsman, taking his guard, we're going to have to wait and see his approach. Is he going to employ that running hard between the wickets approach, given that it's only 19 required from 15? You can get there by running 2s. Or is he going to try to go after the boundaries?
Yes, well, I think what he needs to do, they need to run every possible run. And like this one, good-looking drive through wide mid-off and getting a single. So when you can do that, you know where your scoring opportunities are. There's definitely a single there. And he got it and did the right thing. Brings Beaten back on strike, who is on 15 from 24. And if anybody should take their chance, it has to be Beaten. He has been there for a long time.
Yeah, DCC will definitely be happier with Beaten on strike, having faced 24 deliveries so far.
That's in the air and it's going to fall pretty safe, but they get the single. His intent there was to go over the top of cover, extra cover. Didn't get it the way he wanted it. Got the thick part of the bat on it. Spent some time in the air. Luckily for him, fell in no man's land. But they got the single. But the intention was there. 17 from 13.
And Ronaldo Ali Mohammed definitely showing why he's amongst the names in first-class cricket these days.
And that's another dot ball. You can feel the ouch. That's one going to hurt. That's a very good delivery. And 69 is the total. 18 overs gone. And they've been very disciplined. Out of that 69, just 6 extras. Their target is 86. 17 runs to get from 12 deliveries. That's 8.5 runs. They can't get half a run. So, how this game has changed, it's amazing. Is it changing with the tide of the Atlantic Ocean? The water is coming in now.
I think at this stage, the GCC boys have got the momentum with them, because this game was all but away from them. The run rate never looked anything too steep as it relates to an ass by the DCC batsmen. However, they've done well to pull it back. Firstly, to pull it back to a runner ball, and now the run rate has skyrocketed to 8.50 for the first time this innings. DCC boys still with 17 runs for victory to advance to that big finals. And of course, we've got semifinals number 2, home side Everest. They're going to be going up against MYO.
Yes, certainly, and that's a look-forward match. All of us looking forward for that one. And I think if you're not a Ronaldo Ali Mohammed, you're a spinner, a medium-fast bowler, don't look for too much pace. The ace deliveries on this pitch has been those deliveries where pace has been taken off it. Allow the pitch to bite and turn and do its thing. Line and length bowling, take pace off it. Well, that's going to be signal a wide and rightly call to just train down the leg side. This will help the cause of the DCC.
And just as we were speaking about the discipline of the GCC bowlers, only conceding 6 extras so far. Demerara in his first over.
Yes, Demerara Sri Gobind.
Already conceding a wide.
And this is wide, way outside the line of the off stump. And that's another wide. And DCC love this. Yeah, spraying it all over the place. That's not good targeting. You have 3 stumps to aim at. You're spraying it 6 inches down the leg side. And now you're spraying it 4 feet wide of the line of the off stump. That's right. 15 runs? We'll just have to double check that.
15 off of 12.
15 from 12. Short in the air over the top of short third man. This is going to run close towards the third man boundary. Will it get ahead of the fielder? It does. And that's 4 telling runs. That's a good blow of the bat of Beaton. And that will take the score now on to 75 for the loss of 5. And you minus 4 from 15. Let's see our maths. That's 11 runs to get from 11 balls. Back, ball to runs. Equal proportion.
Well, at this stage, it doesn't matter how they come. That one flying off the edge of the bat of Nkosi Beaton over the field at short third man.
Yes, I think the skipper lost something there. The third man should have always been 3/4 away to the boundary, especially with the medium pacer offering. In the air, same position again, but there was protection this time. They've gone for one, the return comes in, and that is what they're going to get. I think the third man is too far to the boundary. The reason why? You aren't having a pace bowler operating. The ball is coming off slow from the pitch, so it's not going to get there full. It's going to get maybe around that little bit more than halfway.
A little bit outside of the 30 yard. Yes. Yeah, definitely think that fielder should be just a little bit outside of that 30-yard circle in there.
Yes, I agree with you. 10 from 10. How close? Very, very close. You imagine 7 of the last over? There's a big swing down towards long on, and they get the single. So he did the right thing there. Took pace off it. The line was good, and the length was good. 9 runs from 9 balls.
Well, it's a low-scoring thriller here at the Everest Cricket Club ground in semi-final number 1. DCC, they need 9 runs from 9 deliveries.
Down the track, that's a huge one. He muscled into that one. Massive shot. That's a maximum. Just coming to the right of the commentary box, over wide, long on. And Nkosi Beaton has delivered. Massive blow.
Yeah, and he seemed in danger a little bit after he connected to that one, heading in our direction. But it cleared us. Big 6. And a timely 6 off the bat of Nkosi Beaton. He now moves on to 27 off of 28 deliveries.
Down the track, and he's smashing this one down towards extra cover. Good feeling, but they get the single. 3 runs. In fact, 2 runs to get from 7 balls. Hold your breath. Demerara Cricket Club with 1 shot. That 6 that was hit by Beaton changed the entire complexion of the match. Sankar is in strike. This is blasted high in the air. Fielder coming from long off, can't get it. They've gone for 1. They go back and they complete 2. And that's the victory for DCC. They have defeated the Georgetown Cricket Club. Well, what's happening out there? I see the umpire
Just
signal.
waiting the confirmation from the umpires.
Just waiting. The official scorers must give that confirmation. And yes, that confirmation has just come. So the Demerara Cricket Club, they have defeated GCC by 5 wickets in a thriller. It came down to this situation where just 1 over remain. What a cricket match we have had. A low-scoring one, but never lacked excitement.
Indeed, what a spectacular cricket match. I mean, the guys from Border seemed all but out of it. A match-winning performance from Nkosi Beaton, in my opinion, with both bat and ball. Seeing his side over the line after bowling pretty well. And DCC, they now advance to the finals. They're going to have to wait to see exactly who they will be facing, because we've got the second semi-final scheduled for just about 13 hours 30 between Everest and MYO. And
yes, and we are looking forward for that. So the news at the end of this 4th semi-final between DCC and GCC. DCC won by 5 wickets. A close game, but in the end a comfortable victory, because there were still 6 balls remaining and 5 wickets standing. They've played well. We do look forward for that second semi-final. Everest Cricket Club, they will take on the Muslim Youth Organization. We'll take a break, and whenever that match starts, maybe in another 10-15 minutes, we're going to be right back with live streaming from FL Sports.